Welcome to Off Da Binge, your ultimate seasonal anime podcast. Each week, we deliver top recommendations, hot takes, and in-depth reviews of the latest episodes from the season's lineup. Join us as we give you your weekly dose of anime coverage. Again, welcome to Off Da Binge. To all the new or returning listeners, I'm your host, Crash, aka the Hispanic Assassin, your anime veteran host. Can't even talk today, with the spiciest anime takes inside the East Coast. And with me are my other amazing co-hosts, starting with the first, the one, the only, the legend, the alleged Legend D Vash.
Hey guys, it's your boy, the legendary humanoid half-full, Legend D Vash, but you can call me Vash. I love anime, and we had our boy Bureau coming in and murdering all the Japanese people because, you know, he could do whatever the fuck that he wants, murder other motherfuckers, A rank, S ranks that just about to be chopped off. But you can also check out the reaction that us three did, the trio, when leveling together instead of solo leveling each other. So glad you guys are here, hearing the review and more in-depth conversation to the season of anime. Welcome. Who else is here?
I'm here. I'm the man god. I read a lot of light novels. That's all I got for you, honestly. If you want to know about the source material, that's me. Anyway, Memory, what's up?
Yo, Grandma, I'm gonna need you to get some more pep in your step, man. But I need to really work on an intro. I'm gonna be honest. I'll have an intro next time, I promise. I was thinking about it. I might just go off the dome with the intro every time. We'll see what happens. But we're permanently on board now. I'm the guy who, if you need to know about staff and studios and the nerdy, the nitty gritty, I guess I'm your guy. I watch and read a lot of shit. Well, not really read as much now, but I do watch a lot of shit. So yeah, look forward to the spring season coming up, which we will be getting into in a couple weeks here. I'm gonna be hitting that pretty hard, and I'm sure a lot of us are as well. So Neko,
I'm
take
excited
it
for
away.
spring. God.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Neko Chan. I watch everything and anything all at once. This is your go-to seasonal podcast where we dive into the best, the worst, and the hidden gems of each season, which this season I feel has been awesome. I'm excited for the spring. We're almost getting into that cozy little springtime and with a lot of peak, but that's for another time. But what have we been binging? I haven't been binging anything except Orb with Man God, which we did catch up to, so you'll hear about that more later. So that you'll hear what we have to feel about that. It's been peak, and let's see, Crash. What have you been?
Honestly, you guys can skip me. I want to just make a quick apology to the viewers that I have promised I was gonna binge a specific anime that I did say you were watching, Neko, but unfortunately, life has hit me hard. I'm celebrating Lent, so I'm very busy both at work and personally in my own personal life. So didn't have a lot of time to do me, but I had no time to tell you guys about the animes that I'm watching. Don't worry about that. But you can skip me. Vash, I hope you haven't been slacking on me like all the other weeks this fucking season. What have you been watching this past week, my boy?
Whoa, what have I been watching? I'm gonna keep it to ya simple here. I'm on the same shit. One Piece rewatch. I have not continued Wifey's been busy, so we just haven't gotten into it. But we've been continuing Lucifer. If you want my thoughts on Lucifer, go check out the Anime podcast. My Dress Up Darling, we haven't continued since episode 5. So who knows? Might as well just wait until summer. The Daily Life of the Morning King, we're still on episode 9 of season 1. Might as well just wait until next season to ask, Neko again, like, hey, are you free by any chance? Girl just adds more anime on her plate, so who knows what. Overlord is still stuck in season 2. Episode 2 and 5 needs a rewatch. But Invincible season 3, animation related, I will be binging that tomorrow, the day of this recording. It's on Saturday. On Sunday, I'll be streaming on Twitch, and then we'll be doing a coverage for the Anime Binge podcast, and that coverage will come out Wednesday afternoon. So go check that out. We're talking about season 3, episode 1 through 8. So I'll be very excited to see what happens. Mark gets in the bag, gets jumped, fight, a war happens. So I see little quick pictures and screenshots. So I'm excited to binge all that. But that's what I plan to do when I'm behind her, and what I haven't done shit because the people that I'm watching with are so busy and life happens. Anybody else?
Me and Grem been on Eureka 7. We had to watch 7 episodes. Didn't we watch 7? Yeah, we watched 7 episodes the other night. I think Grem's getting a little into it, man. He wants to keep watching more. I don't know. I don't know, bro. I love seeing they're on the orb greatness too. So that I love seeing it, man. But yeah, I want to hear. Don't have to go too crazy with it, but how are you feeling about Eureka 7 so far, Grem?
Eureka.
Oh wow, Eureka.
Sip it.
Eureka. Whatever it's called. I can't pronounce
Tomato,
it, man.
tomato, same thing.
We're gonna, for simplicities, we're gonna go with the Eureka. No, it's really good. It's super compelling and look, man. So I do this thing occasionally where I look at wikis, like just trying to find information that I'm curious about. And I have a feeling that some really cool plot stuff is about to happen in Eureka 7, and I kind of want to keep doing it. I'm really enjoying the heck out of it regardless. I really like seeing it. It kind of feels like our boy is resting, like taking control of this mech without trying to, away from his crush Eureka, and it seems to actually be hurting her mentally. Which is really cool. I really like it. Like she doesn't know how to cope with it because it feels like she only could trust two things, and one of those two things is now being taken by Renton? Yeah,
Renton,
right? Yeah, and it's really interesting where this goes, and yeah, I mean he's
a series.
He's a teenager, so
14 years old.
14 years old.
Yeah.
Correct.
No, just real quickly. It's a series I always recommend because it has it's pretty old. Like it's from 2005. I still feel like it holds up really well today.
Oh, for sure.
But also like it has a bit of everything. Like it has romance in it. It has like crazy like aerial mech battles and shit like that. It has like a crew that I feel like you can really get into. Like they do a good job of focusing on like a lot of the characters in the series. So like I like stuff like that. It's kind of like it feels like a mixture of just a bunch of like Evangelion, because it like E7 does have a lot of like psychological like trippy like kind of elements in it as well, kind of like Evangelion does, but also it's like pretty similar to like other things like I would say there's some similarities to like Gurren Lagann, even with like that crew like building sort of aspect, and just like it was like Bones back in the early 2000s, and that's when like I feel like a lot of their like best stuff was coming out. So I always highly recommend Eureka 7 because it has like a bit of everything. Like it's a beautiful love story, but then it also has a lot of other elements in it too. So
One, I would say it's pretty shocking when you say that is old when it came out 2005. For us, that's 20 years ago. When like back in 2005, 20 years ago before that was 1985. So just to know that you're calling it old is like, goddamn.
Yeah.
When I first pre-teens, when
I first watched it was in like 2015, 2016. So like then I was like, it's not even that old. But now we're here in 2025. 20 years old.
So casual. It's like I don't even like. I remember some series that came at the time, Danny Phantom, Teen Titans, Naruto, Bleach. Like, to me, those series were not even old at the time. And, like, just to know it's 20 years ago. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
2005.
Yeah.
Eureka 7.
It's funny you say that. Just a real quick tangent saying about that, because I just saw a quick Toonami advertisement of Naruto. And I was like, just, watching it, like, with the dubstep background and everything, I'm like, bro, we will never get anything like this ever again. That really motivated me to watch old Naruto, like the original Naruto.
Believe it!
On Toonami.
Yeah, believe it.
Toonami was the shit.
Toonami had one of the best advertisements to like watch Samurai Jack, anything with Cartoon Network related. Trigun, even I remember some advertisement was for that.
Eureka 7 was on Toonami.
It was.
I remember.
I
recall seeing shots or scenes of it, but it was always like at the 11 o'clock hour or the 12 o'clock type of hour, not the early time show.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to Cartoon Network. You will be missed. We're not gonna get Toonami, but we will remember you, the OGs, definitely for sure. But interesting nonetheless.
I will say that if people don't like Ava, like if it's a little bit too like artsy for you and a little too melodramatic, I'd say that like Eureka 7's a really good middle ground. between
It's more like a coming of
meathead-
age, like
Yeah,
kind of deal.
it's
For
it's
sure.
a really good middle ground between like the really meathead Gundam stuff, waiting for the shots that I'm firing to land.
I was gonna say Gundam's not really meathead, but I'll let you rock.
Yeah, you know, we won't.
No,
Really.
no, but like it's a really good middle ground between just like being purely shonen and being like super artistic and maybe in its sauce too much that honestly it's not as good as people make it out to be. Ava.
Damn.
I'm just
Damn.
saying.
I agree.
No, but it's really good. I quite enjoy it. But then I also binged episode 4 through 25 of Orb. I finished the whole thing.
Yeah.
I finished the whole thing today. Well,
Hold up.
not today, but today because it's the last. You know what I meant, all right. Anyway, I binged the whole series of Orb. I will say I do not recommend binging it unless that's what you guys want. I think I missed out a little bit by not watching it slower. Because quite frankly, I didn't care about 2 of the main characters. Sorry, I know, hot take.
And
But it was a good series overall. I
I heard you
really
love the
enjoyed it.
haircuts, right? I think that's one of your favorite things about it when you was watching it.
So I understand.
We know what he wants to say, but he
I
Yeah, I
professional.
understand
He's being
that in Poland and in the European countries that there is a sort of supplication they made to the gods where they would shave part of their head in order to show their humility. And I understand that, and it's a religious thing. It still looks stupid. I don't know. I'm sorry. Anyway, Space Brothers, we ain't got back to that in a week. I'm
we
actually
need to get
sad.
back on that. Yeah, we need to get back.
I think we got to go find Mooley and grab his neck and make him watch some stuff. Anyway,
I think the name of the game for next week is literally binging. That's what we're all gonna do one way or another.
Well, I
It's
mean,
gonna be
hey,
invincible.
I don't know, man. I think I did my binges this week. What do you mean? I watched all of Orb.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
Like
that's a good
20
amount of
20
work.
some episodes,
And look,
yeah.
I understand that binging has its pros and its cons. Sometimes it works out for people to see it, but sometimes it lose the volume where you could have enjoyed it by seeing the week to week. Theorize, get emotional and attached to the characters instead of saying that I don't care this bitch die. Who is this bitch?
Yeah. I felt like for me specifically, I think if I had more time with Oxy and Badeni, I might have cared more. But quite frankly, I kind of figured they were gonna not be long for this world. So like, who really cared? And their story wasn't. If I had more time to chew on it and think about it and like go through it, I think I would have enjoyed it a lot more. But I mean, overall, the series was great.
My last question: in a hypothetical world, if you did watch this weekly binging, would this series have been in the top 10 ranking? Week to week.
Probably most definitely. It's a really good thought provoking series, and I think I just didn't have enough time to think about it because I think you guys were there, so
Yeah.
But I remember I started the binge, and I was looking at it purely by its numbers. I said
I knew it.
I've got 21 episodes to watch in exactly 4 days because I need to be able to catch the last episode as it comes out. And yeah, I ended up watching like 7 or 8 episodes and kind of just didn't care by the end of it. And like I said, I felt like if I had taken my time and actually thoroughly processed it, it would be better. But
the gift and a curse sometimes. Binging.
To each their own. To each their own.
Yeah.
There's times when binging One Piece, for example, makes it a much better product.
Yes, it
but
does.
then there's times when binging makes it a little bit like in your
feel like homework.
own mind. Yeah.
Like you could bring up JoJo even too. Like I feel like JoJo, the weekly experience is always like so much better. And then like Stone Ocean, didn't they drop like all the episodes at once? And it kind of just took a lot of
Small batches.
Yeah.
Like a small batches.
Yeah,
It wasn't part 1 and a part 2 to it, but like it released everything.
Yeah, that was the whole thing with JoJo. Like I remember like part 5 JoJo every week. Like that was just so lit, like covering it, and then like everybody else's reactions and their comments on the episodes and stuff. And then Stone Ocean came out, and it was like
It was
maybe the first. It was like the first episode, or like just the initial hype, like oh JoJo's out, and then it was just fell flat. Like that.
I don't like JoJo's much, but I do remember our good friend Cypher. I remember during part 5, the excitement from every week and from everybody. Every week. It was all over the internet every single week. I hate that show, and I could hear about it all the time.
That's how you know.
Yeah.
The memes forever because of that show.
And then Stone Ocean Part 6 came out, and it was like 12 episodes and then, or like 6 episodes and then 6 episodes. It was 2 weeks, I recall, because I remember Cypher being so mad. He was like, man, there's no talk about this season. It is so good, but nobody's talking about it because it all came out at once. And yeah, it like Memory said, like it came out and nobody really cared because it just got bulk released.
Yep.
People started calling that the curse of Netflix.
Exactly. But you know what? We can have a book release. We got our anime spotlight for tonight. We have drama, isekai fantasy. We have our rom-coms, and then as always, we end up with our shonen. So let's first start off with our drama as we should do. Talk about it. Amaku MD Dr. Detective did not happen this week though. So the next one would be My Happy Marriage Season 2 Episode 10. Who wants to talk about this series first? Did anybody feel of the emotion that Mio went on a journey to find out the truth of why Usui is the asshole he is? Is he still misunderstood? Is the question, like Neko have said. Is he still misunderstood?
He's a villain, sure.
He's a villain, yeah.
Yeah,
I would just be that guy and drop it right now. My entire notes. So I write notes. Recently got in the habit of writing notes because it's kind of hard to remember. I have 23 shows I'm watching this season. It's kind of hard to remember. But I wrote my entire notes are she awakened her power. That's it. That's it. I mean, there is no notes. That's all that happened. I don't know what to tell you.
That was the biggest thing for sure. I feel like also it did expand a little bit on like.
Not really.
I mean, I feel like
the
most
origin
of it
story with the mom and
they could kind of infer
and you know.
Yeah, they did expand on that, I guess, a bit. But I think the biggest thing was like Mio's awakening with her power, and I was kind of surprised, honestly. I thought they were gonna try and build it up or make it to be like some like, I don't know, at least when the scene actually hit, like I thought they were gonna do some like typical like what they do with anime, like they'll like kind of over exaggerate or make it out some big grand thing, but they really didn't. They just kind of just like, oh, she awakened.
Yeah,
it was after the backstory stuff, but
it felt more symbolic in that sense.
Yeah,
which like this episode,
it makes sense for this series. It is.
It works because in this episode, like it's a 9 out of 10 for me. Not saying it was the episode of the week. I still have during our anime spotlight. I'm still decide which one was my episode of the week. But I don't have much notes because I saw it with wifey, and during wifey, I don't really write notes. I'll go much during the conversation of ours. The thing that shocked me the most is one, Kyo, which is this damn Shikigami of Kuro that we never knew he had, and that almost looked like a twin version of him in a smaller childlike. So that's something
we knew.
The intro, you kind of see him together. Like,
well, no, not like that. I mean, Kiyotaka handed her.
We never did we ever see the kid though? Like
no, we knew who he was past the intro.
Yeah, but we did see him give it to her. Yeah.
We saw he gave it to her a long time ago.
Yes.
And said, hold this.
Yes, hold it.
And
it
like,
will always protect you.
If you're ever in trouble, it will always protect you.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
But I didn't know it had a form. Thing is, I didn't know it was going to have a form that looked like Kuro and looked like a child. Like that's the thing that threw me off. I knew he had a Shikigami, but I didn't know that it had a manifestation of a form.
Yeah. Because we made a joke the first time he gave her something and then it didn't like work or like something had happened. And then he gave her something again. And we're like, hopefully this actually works.
And then last time it just got burned in last episode.
No. It was because she put it in their bag and she didn't bring her bag because they brought her a new bag to take.
Yeah.
So she ended up going with a different bag. And this time she actually put it in her like her kimono or whatever, her yukata. And that was like the whole joke that we ended up making. It was really funny.
But when it comes to the Shikigami, that was pretty interesting to see. Everything's all part of the plan. It's just curious to see whose plan that is actually working. Like who's just gonna, kind of work out for, because this show is gonna have, 3 more episodes, 11, 12, 13. So we have 3 more weeks of these episodes to end before the start of the spring season. So I'm really curious to see, is this gonna be something that we're gonna have a season 3, or is it just gonna be ending off on a anticlimactic match of episode 13 and that's it, we're done with 2 seasons? So as a non-reader, that's what I'm curious about. And the other thing that shocked me about this episode, what Nate said, that when she awakened her power, it felt anticlimactic for me, because one, when the Shrine Maidens came out, that's what I'm calling them, because I don't know if there were other dream catchers or dream seers, but to me those look like the Shrine Maidens. It reminded me a bit of the time the knot with Amagami's sister, like, oh my god, Shrine Maidens. So I wonder if that was relating to their past, or like their ancestors, or the same girls that had the same powers. And then she went back to the Sakura flower and that awakened her powers. If that was the case with Kuro, like, he's the key. And how is she gonna defeat Usui? Like, is she gonna do, no talk no jutsu, or is she gonna actually do something in that realm where girl's gonna use some powers of some type of, what's that girl from Bleach, Orihime, a bit like that as well?
My thing, honestly, with this thing is like, what's gonna be the thing with Arata? Like, is he now, like, the second time he's betrayed the Usaba family? Like, is he? Yeah, I feel a sacrifice is coming. I feel like he's gonna pull one of those cards, like, to make up for. I don't know. I don't think he's faking anymore. I really feel like he genuinely betrayed, but in a way where it's like he did it to sacrifice himself, which still is not good in that aspect, right? And I don't know if I really care anymore for that. Let's just see. Like, he redeemed himself just to do the same shit again. That kind of is retarded for me personally. And my only other thing now is like the father being a villain is kind of slowly drifting away out of that theory. I'm kind of upset about that. I was really hoping for him to be a little more like evil, whatever. And Kyoto is a little like familiar, I guess I want to call it like that. He's a big tsundere. I didn't expect to be a tsundere. He's like, no, I don't want to be in the bed, but you know what? If you don't mind me, but don't be mad. I'll pull mad the sheets. I thought that was cute as fuck. I'm like, he's acting like a kid, bro.
Also, don't cuddle me like an animal. You will regret it. I'm like, huh? It's like he wants to be cuddled, but at the same time, he doesn't want to be cuddled.
What kind of a kid wants to be cuddled, my guy?
I actually made a joke about that. I was like, Mio was freaking out about cuddling with him in bed or whatever. I was like, but he's a kid now, and it's all right to you. Like, you're not making a big deal out of it. I was like, what the hell up with that?
I think for me, this episode was nice just with seeing the more backstory with Sumi and Usui. Like, okay, he's not misunderstood. He is just a broken person. We've established that for a while. He's just mentally not there because he just was so codependent on Sumi. And of course, now that she was gone, he kind of crashed out. And now he needs Mio to calm him in some way. I don't know if she'll use her mind, like her abilities now that she's awakened, to like calm him down, be like, hey, yo, chill, dude, chill. Or like talk no jutsu. I don't know. But yeah, I think I like seeing the full story of them, which we already kind of knew was mostly what was happening, but seeing more of the mother side was really nice. So that was awesome. I think her awakening, how it happened I think it made sense since, like, of course, the Sakura tree has always been symbolic for her and her powers and the mom. And then how it awakened, I don't think it had to be crazy because last season we had it kind of crazy. So it didn't need to be all crazy because it was already awakened, right? So it just needed to be like pushed to the next level. Yeah. So it didn't need to be crazy, but I understand, like, it kind of would have been cool. But yeah, no, I like how she, even her face, like something about her demeanor, like seemed very like relieved, and like she's more different, right? She's not as stiff as before and stuff like that, like in the first season when her powers came through and stuff. So I'm excited to see what she is going to do, basically. So I think it was okay episode,
She seems confident.
Yeah, very confident.
What you're trying to go with.
Yeah, she seemed very like calm, collected, and she's like, I have a plan, I'm going to do it. And yeah, she seems very confident in what she's going to do. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen. I think, is it finale next episode or no?
No, I think we have another one.
Okay.
Right?
No, we have 3
episodes. Yeah, there's 2 more.
Okay.
3 more episodes, you said, right?
Yeah, 3 more.
Before,
More.
11,
Oh,
12, 13.
Oh, is there 3?
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Oh, it's 3. Okay.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. A lot of things can happen in the next 3. If it was 2 episodes and straight 12, I would have said something around and be like, I don't know where this anime is gonna go, and feel a little like some type of way because it's not being rushed. But you only have 2 episodes left, but 3. I think you can do a lot with 3 episodes,
You
a whole
can.
hour worth of content.
Yeah,
I think
that's a
they
4 hours.
can cook.
Yeah.
That's a way. That's a long time to cook. So I think they're good for now.
I wonder though, like based on everything we know about the dream power, isn't it like more of a like world altering power? Isn't that why it's so dangerous?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know enough to say I know for sure. I don't know.
Like
The way they've talked about it is some scary shit.
yeah, like
so.
it sounds like some type of what's the perfect out? It sounds like a mutant power of the Phoenix Queen, like something like up in them, like something like Omega level. But we don't know what type of Omega level since we only seen a fraction of a power that isn't a dream. But we don't know because they're making it sound so scary that it sounds so Omega level, but we don't know how expand can they be.
Well, cause like my understanding of what it could do was like changing the past type level of stuff.
Oh
So
no,
I'm
no, no.
wondering like that's what it felt like. Am I the only one? Like, because didn't they say that like they could change everything type beat? Like
Only in the
I don't know,
present
maybe-
and future, but not the past. No, they can look into the past, but they can change like what's going to happen.
It's kind of like foreshadowing, kind of like what the prince has with his power of revelation.
Yeah, it's
He can foresee something, but nothing is certain because time is still fluent. That's
Yeah.
the thing. So they
It's
they
like
have
we're
an
branches.
inkling. Yeah, but there's no way to know for sure. It's like
If you
I
say
was gonna
Loki,
say like
if I say, like, if you
Avengers.
say
Yeah, I was gonna say
Loki.
Avengers, like with Doctor Strange, like there's only the one timeline. You can't fuck it up. That's really like you know what it is, but you had that one. That's kind of like the best way to describe like time. Like anything is possible. You might have an idea, but really no one knows for sure. And so the canon event happens, and then from there, like we know what it is.
she has an extreme version of what the Highness has. Yeah, like she can do things way more than what the Highness can. He can just foresee it, right? And he'd be like, "Oh, it's coming," but she can see it in the past and then kind of change it in a way of like, "Don't do that," so that doesn't happen, basically.
I mean, if there's something else to go on, I was gonna say next on our list to talk about is the Apothecary Diaries.
Yeah,
And
go for it.
I generally look. I like scary as much as the next person, but when you give me a scenario where there could have been a potential ghost in specifically a story like Apothecary Diaries, I felt some type of way because realistically, there is no fucking way 12 fucking people saw a ghost, and then it's like. No, it couldn't have been. Like maybe if it was one person, yeah, I could believe. Yeah, I could believe. Like we always hear these ghost stories. Like yeah, there might have been, or I heard or seen something. But 12 people and like they almost fucking died. I don't know. That's a little too much for me, personally. That's a little too much fiction in my book. What I'm more happy about is the next episode, which I'm not going to spoil here at all. All I'm going to say is Grem and Neko, when I first met them, showed me a huge spoiler of what's to come in Apothecary Diaries in the manga. And I seen it, and I told them outright, and I'll see it here in this podcast, I did not fucking believe it. I choose not to believe it. Then I saw the preview, and I'm like, fuck, now I have to believe you guys. All right, you guys are cooking something. So the frog is coming, ladies and gentlemen. The frog is coming. Stay tuned for that. Wait for our taste, because I'm pretty sure we're going to get some spicy next episode. Can't wait.
Next episode, boys, we better have the frog.
Yeah, we go. I feel like we're gonna have a lot to say next week because there wasn't whole lot to say this week. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, that's perfect for me then. Shit.
No, I feel now knowing Apothecary Diaries because on the surface this kind of feels like an episode that's like not really like filler in a way, but it like has that like feeling of it, like especially like like this like the stories that they were telling and all that, and just like. But knowing Apothecary, like it probably there is some meaning or there is something behind it, right? So, so like
as your resident light novel reader, I can confirm that this is meaning.
Yeah, which
I mean,
I'm not
it's
even
obvious.
surprised.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, but the like on the surface, like I don't know, just some of the stuff that they were talking about was like, I feel like for a lot of people they just kind of like write it off, like be like, oh, this ain't important or something like that. But
yeah.
The biggest thing for me watching this episode was the what's her name, freaking Shisui or whatever, who I've been sus of.
Yeah.
I've been sus of her since she was first introduced, and something's up with her, bro. There got to be some reveal or something around her, because some of the choices they had with like the direction in this episode, I feel like maybe I'm reading too much into it. I don't know. But the way that there was like a certain transition in the episode when they were telling the stories, when Mao started getting like drowsy or whatever.
Familiar.
Like she started getting drowsy, and they like pan to her next for her to tell the story. But no, there was something more there. There was definitely something more there. And like I said, I could be reading too much into it, but I've been sus of this girl since the beginning, since she was first introduced, because of just how random her appearances feel to me, because she'd be popping up at the most random times. And then also it seemed like she was kind of disappointed when Mao found out what the hell was going on, when Mao figured it out.
I have a theory. I'm just spitballing here.
That was the biggest thing for me in this episode. Was like, I think they just keep adding more and more onto the suspicion of her for me.
I mean, I like what you're putting out there. It's fun. I had something similar to that, right? My theory with this, right, is we've been hearing a lot about Lulan. I don't know if you guys remember her. She's one of the 4 concubines that's supposed to be the emperor, the child one. I feel like, so the big speculation that member is saying, and it's true, like who is she? What is her connection pretty much to, like, you know, the Rare Palace, to everything in general? And low-key, I've been thinking about it, and my theory now that I'm hearing this episode was that Mao said that she looks very familiar, and I looked real hard at her, and I'm like, who the fuck does she look like so similar to? I'm like, could it be another like child of the emperor? Maybe, who knows? But I'm thinking more like she's more related to Lowland than anything, because we have heard a lot about her in this season, but we have not physically seen her around. Honestly, we have maybe just seen like potential, like, oh yeah, she has a lot of like, you know, ladies in waiting, a lot of, you know, servants, as opposed to, you know, like Yuaku. So I'm like, you know what? It's kind of like a Superman kind of you know, Clark Kent kind of theory, like, oh, Superman's here. Where the fuck is the other, you know, Clark Kent? And then I'm thinking, like, you know what? Now I'm thinking about it, where the fuck is the princess been? Because I have not seen this girl all fucking season. Minus the one time that the emperor and all the concubines were there watching the show. But even then, you know, you're thinking about that, you know, the servant girl, where was she when, you know, you see this? Again, I might be wrong. It's a theory.
The eyes are pretty similar too.
That's what I'm thinking, because the only other thing I was thinking is that she could
looking at it right now. I'm like, oh shit. Like,
I think we're seeing the side of her that nobody wants to see. I think what we're seeing is the father, or I think it's a father, right? I don't know what's his connection to the emperor, but I feel like he acts like this tough bitch on the outside, like, whatever, I gotta act tough because daddy tells me to. But low-key, she's just a nice girl like Mao, who just wants to collect insects, who just wants to, you know, live like, because she's a child. You know,
or is she out here plotting?
You know what? She could be.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, she might be out here plotting. She had some look on her face where she was like disappointed that Mao found out that they were getting what was happening in that episode. I swear she had some look on her face where I pointed out, I was like, why is she looking like that? Why does she look like she's disappointed? I don't know, bro. I don't know.
The thing with the Apothecary Diaries right now, the thing with the Apothecary Diaries right now, right, is like, there's too many things happening at once, too many variables, and it's like, I like the mystery, but where the fuck does it go? Is it all gonna be blaming Mao? Like, just like what happened with the father and the whole there's just a whole lot of background, a lot of lore that happened with her family in and of itself. That's a whole other thing. Now you're going to Mao, just figuring out what happened in the past, to what's seeing what had trickled down now to the present, to now what could potentially happen with the future. You know, Jinshin tried to get assassinated, you know, by somebody. You know, you gotta remember, I forgot the name of the girl in season 1, but she faked her death and ran away, who had potentially had like the cure for resurrection or like immortality, whatever. Like, there's big talk about a lot of things, and there's been only 24 episodes in one season now, almost up to like, we're episode 10 now with this episode. I'm just like, damn, like, it's cooking, and we still have another 14 more episodes to go. It's 24 episode series for season 2. So there's a lot of things that can happen right now. The Emperor also is a part of it too. He is not stupid. He is not. He is a man who sees things and chooses to stay quiet, as he should. That's what most leaders do. So a lot of things are going behind the works, a lot of little things, and there's a puppet master, and I'm really curious to know who is the puppet master, what's going to happen with everybody. Is someone going to die, betrayed? The pregnancies we know with the concubines, are they going to give birth? There's going to be complication. There's so many things happening right now with Apothecary Diaries, which in the beginning I was like, damn, this shit's getting slow. I'm tired of it, but now it's starting to cook. We're going to get the frog scene. I can't wait for it. Do you guys have anything other to add other than that? Because I know I was rambling a little bit about Apothecary.
I think just no. What's up? You say it, bruh.
Why is everyone afraid of my bug queen? I don't get it.
Telling you, bro.
Also, you were talking about Sui Ren earlier, which is her name.
Oh, thank you. I know I fucked up the name. I appreciate it. Thank you. The one from season 1, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Thank
the
you.
one that. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing more to talk about. I'll leave it to you guys because I'm not watching the anime right now. Medalist. Is it still cooking? Is it getting more interesting? Let me know. It
will never not cook. Don't ever say it again. It will never not cook.
I was gonna say that because that's your episode of the week. I assume it's getting heat.
Dude, it's so good. I can't help. This week I had a hard time choosing my episode of the week because there was a lot of great episodes for me. But Medalist is just so good, dude. Like, I love we get to see Real, like his whole deal about wanting to, he has like this tough persona, but he's actually just so weak. Like he wants to do good, like he wants to progress and everything, but he keeps being pessimistic about himself. And Coach kind of like can reflect on that too, because he's the same way. He's really talented. He has really good things on him, but he looks down on himself all the time. And I actually didn't even know that we were going down the route that Real and Hikaru started out the same, it makes sense. And then she kind of went on to a whole different level than he did. So he's just looking at himself like, bruh, like I have a dad who's like really magnificent, and I have a good coach, and she's just out here, and I'm still like way behind her. Like I should be on that same level. And especially when her coach rejects him, being like, nah, you're not him. No, get out of here. And he just feels so broken. He's like, wow. So I have all this stuff in front of me, and I'm blessed in this great position, but I can't even be on that level. Like, and it's rough. Like a lot of people, I feel like a lot of people would feel that way. They have all this stuff around them that like they're blessed with, but they don't have that talent or whatever, like as other people do. But you can't be too down on yourself. There's different people in different levels. And I love how even though he tried to get on Coach, like Coach is still optimistic about him. He's like, no, you're gonna do this. If we see our girl Nori make that triple freaking flip, I was like so proud. I was really proud of her. And now we can probably get him there, even though he's already down on himself. He's like, oh, if she's doing it, everyone's above me. Like I suck. But nah, our coach is gonna get him there. And I really love this episode. It was just really great. And also Miki's back, my little girl. I love her.
Oh yeah, she did come back.
Yes, I'm so happy.
Yeah.
My question to you, right? Because again, I'm not watching the anime. Is it how many episodes? 12?
No, I think is it 24, right? No, it is 12. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
12. Is there potentially
13,
just based on 13? There's 2 more. Okay, I was gonna say, does it potentially see that it might end, or it look like to be a season 2 in the works in the future?
Oh, there's 100. We're gonna be a season 2.
There's gonna have to. Yeah, there's gonna have to be.
Yeah.
More, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
There's season 2.
it's not the end of the world. The question more now is, when will season 2 come? Now you got Heat, but when does the Heat continue? Do we get it next season? Do we get it next year?
Don't remind me. I'm trying to hold back not reading, man. If that happens, we have to wait a bit more. I'm gonna be. Oh God. Now, Grem, how y'all feel?
Grem.
I just wanted to say Apothecary is cooking. Just wait for it to cook. But I got skipped, and also Medalist. No, it's really good.
You would have probably spoiled some anyway, but
You're right. That's what we're
good.
No, you're not.
I played these games
Don't
before.
you dare
I played these games before.
I love the rivalry with Rio and our girl Inori. Rio is down bad for Hikaru and can't cope with the fact that he sucks. Well, that he's
Well,
good, but he's not nearly as naturally talented as Hikaru. Let's be real here. He's great. Like, he is good. He's extraordinary for his age, but he's not a genius, right? And Hikaru is a genius, and so he doesn't realize how much he's really accomplished, and he's using people that are like savants. He's using them as like his measuring stick, and so he's always going to come up short. But he's got a hard work god with him that's saying, nah, trust me, we can get you there, but you need to stop measuring yourself against these people. You need to put in the work. You need to be more optimistic, and you need to see what you have before you start lamenting what you don't have. And so, yeah, Medalist is a really good episode. I think I have it at like number 2 or 3 on my list. So it was really good.
Yeah, it was really good once again. No surprise. I mean, for his age, like Rio, like there's a lot of them at this age. Like, I know, because I was gonna say like, oh, he just has to worry about himself, right? But like,
no,
at that age, like you see what happened with Hikaru, which is way more of a pass there. But now you see like a Nori coming up, and she's like, you know, she's possibly passing you up. Like that's gonna get to like a lot of kids, or even just a lot of people in general. Like even if they're older, like I feel like though it is harder for, you know, people around their age probably to see that kind of happen. There's a lot of pressure on him too. This like, you know, with who his dad is, as well. So like the position Rio is in is really interesting, and you know he does have Coach. I think Coach kind of gonna like, I feel like, save him in a way, with his mindset and get him on like the trajectory where he needs to go. Because yeah, like we said, he is really talented and he's already accomplished a lot, but he's like, you know, shooting for, it's like a G League, it's like an NBA, or it's like a G League player trying to be like Michael Jordan or something. Like, you know, that's just Michael Jordan's is one of a kind. You know, it's just that doesn't come around very often at all. So, you know, he has to just focus on himself and what's in his control. He's put the time in. He has, you know, he does have talent, for sure. Yeah. But I think Coach is gonna, like I said, kind of push him into the direction that he needs to go in. And also having a rivalry helps as well, like with Inori, I feel like, to push each other. So I do like that as well, the rivalry between the two of them. So yeah, this was like
how, because you know, like how Coach too like calls Inori like his push too, because like he's pessimistic, right, too. So he's like, no, he needs someone like Inori that could push him, and then like she is like the perfect person to like push him too, since
because she's pushing him to be like the best version of himself, like as a coach. So I feel like it's definitely like a two-way sort of deal for sure, which is something I like a lot about this series. And I think that may be where, you know, in the future of the series, that might be like the downfall of someone like Hikaru and her coach. Like, I feel like that's like their dynamics are totally different. And I feel like in the future, I don't know, that may be something that could be like the turning point, or like, you know, pushes the tide in certain like competitions or whatever. But like Hikaru is the shit, obviously, right now. So that's like a tall task. But yeah, we can only really focus on what we have right now. That's like looking ahead. But yeah, Medalist was great. Once again, not really a surprise, I feel like, at this point.
I mean, if we have no other you know, opinion and something else to add on, I would like to direct our attention now to the next genre of anime that we're watching, Isekai and Fantasy, which I'll just say real quick. I'm not watching any of these animes, so I leave the floor to my 4 co-hosts.
What do you mean? You're watching ReZero, dude?
You're only behind by a couple episodes.
God, dang it, man.
Episode I haven't been spoiled on for once, so you guys can spoil it for me, please. And surprisingly, it's not nobody's episode of the week, so I'm genuinely curious to know. Someone can tell me.
It's my episode of the week.
Oh, Grem, the floor is yours, my guy. Please enlighten us.
Man, every time Wilhelm and Teresia get an episode, I cry. And I cried twice watching this episode. The first time when I watched it, and the second time when I watched a buddy of mine watch it, I cried both times. It's such a beautiful story. It's so sad. I love Wilhelm so much. I love Teresia so much. I feel so bad for Reinhardt. Me and Neko were talking about it. It's so depressing to think about Reinhardt's position in this. Well, I think I was talking about this with Memory too, but it's so depressing to like be in Reinhardt's position here. Because what choice did Reinhardt have? Does he not defeat Teresia and let possibly his grandpa and his dad die? Or does he defeat Teresia, earn the ire of both his grandpa and his dad, who are both feeling some type of way about this, and then like he's so unjustly hated for something he had no choice but to do.
Yeah.
And like it's such a complicated thing for Wilhelm, because Wilhelm and Teresia's love language was sword fighting, and so he wanted to have that last duel, like regardless of how the ending was, and he wanted to be the one to defeat her himself, because like that's like the ultimate proof of his love, right? He could finally lay her to rest. He could finally like be done with all the bad that was happening to her. And at the end, he ended up losing because his son comes out and he got distracted, right? And he's older, and like he doesn't have the Edo Tensei type ability like happening here. You know, not for any Naruto fans. Basically, she's been Edo Tensei'd, and so she's stronger and she's younger and she's more capable than he is, because she hasn't lived the extra 20 years that Wilhelm has at this point. And well, not 20, it's like 15, but whatever, you know what I meant. It's just unfair. And then Reinhardt comes and finishes it because he can. And you've got Wilhelm who knows logically that it was the right thing to do, but his heart can't take it and he can't forgive him. And then you've got his dad who is just kind of dumb. Is like, you killed my mom, how could you? Like, which he almost had a glimpse. I think Memory was talking about, he almost had a glimpse of redemption, and then it was gone like that. Something like that. I don't know. It's just a really sad episode. It was really good. I really enjoyed the hell out of it. I leave the floor to you two. What do you got for me?
I will say I mean, it's in my top 3 of this week. I did enjoy. I mean, I feel like the Astria family stuff, like if we've had any like indication before, like there's gonna be some juicy drama. There's gonna be emotional bits. Even what was it earlier in this season? I feel like it was more hectic for sure. But then there also was like it was more tense for sure. And then obviously the end of season 1 content. But yeah, this episode, I feel like for me, it wasn't even like, I think we talked about this as well. For me, it wasn't like, it did get to me, but it was more like a thing where it was like tough to watch for me, especially like the scene after the credits. And yeah, the passing down of the sword saint and what comes with that is like, it's brutal to say the least, right? And especially like what we saw with the other family members, and even like the one brother, you know, him saying that he was gonna like protect her and all that, and then we saw what happened to everyone. Like that shit was fucked. But I also like after that, from her perspective, like she had someone else come along and say the same exact thing, and then she still kind of put that trust in someone. Granted, it was Wilhelm, but yeah, and that's all Wilhelm really ever knew, and Wilhelm's something else. But I did like that part of it, and how it showed just how brutal what comes with the Sword Saint is. I did really like how they did that. My thing though was that it was hard for me to kind of get over. Like I know that it actually was her like the whole time, but I don't know. I was still so caught up on like the whole fake thing. And just like seeing her like expressionless, and we haven't heard her say anything. And then it was just kind of like so sudden to where she just started like we actually heard like the dialogue from her and the thing that Wilhelm wanted to say to her, like they said it to each other. But I don't know. To me, it was kind of a thing where it was harder for me, I guess, to get maybe emotionally invested in it because of that aspect of it with the whole fake. But still tragic nonetheless, I will say. And of course, a certain character had to be involved out here wrecking families, because this ain't the first time. Not gonna name drop, but yeah, that was
Spoil it.
I mean, no, when that character showed up, I'm like, what are you doing here? Like, you would be involved in this shit, man. And I'm just like, a freaking home family record, dude. It's actually insane. But it was a good episode. The Astria family stuff usually brings a mix of emotion, juicy drama, you name it. And that was definitely the case with this episode. It brought a bit of everything, to say the least. So yeah, I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, it was just a lot. Like Manga said, like every time they come up, their love story and just their whole family drama, it brings tears. It's just so sad, man. It's like they like she didn't want this either, and her brothers could definitely see that. But because of her not having like touching the sword for a while, they ended up dead. And you know, it's a burden, and that's why Will did take that on, because he is the greatest swordsman, and she was able to be chill while also, you know, having a good life. But until that end point where that certain character came by, we finally see like what happened. I'm like, come on, man. And so it even defeats the purpose of what he did in season 1. So it's like, oh no. So it just, oh man, it's just so sad. And then of course with Reinhardt, it's painful just to see, like, you know, his family kind of hate him for this, which is understandable, but not really. But now that what happened with this episode, like, yeah, it's a lot. And then we don't even talk about his fucking dad, Heinkel. Oh my god! Like I wanted him to kind of I wanted to see his reasoning, which I do see his reasoning in like his feelings and whatnot. But it's like, come on, man! Like he's just pathetic, bro. Like I don't know. But he does have a lot of broken. Like he's a broken character too. So it's just sad. The whole situation is sad, you know.
He has to. I was just thinking he has to feel like some kind of, because wasn't he the one that
told his mom to go?
Yeah. So like there's probably a huge weight on him from that, because like look. Like so, I don't know. There was even like dialogue or like moments in this episode where I was like, I think there's more to him than kind of what we've been like led to believe. Like I feel like, I don't know. He's become even though we haven't realistically had much of him, he's become a pretty intriguing character to me.
Yeah.
And then I saw something about the author, how the author said that like if Subaru wasn't the main character or something, that like Heinkel would be the one or something that he.
Hey, that I did not see.
I did not know that. What?
Yeah, it was. I saw it on Reddit actually not that long ago. But it was something with like how Heinkel would be the one that he would, which I was like, what? That's kind of surprising.
Okay.
Yeah.
So okay.
You heard it here, guys.
I mean,
trust anything that's said on
Heinkel,
Reddit. Trust anything that's said on Reddit.
Well,
that's factual information.
So I wouldn't put it. He does tweet. He says his feelings. He like laughs at the stuff that happens in the episode. He's a Tape. Why are you like her?
Heinkel did kind of have like the most like sort of like human reaction, I guess, to it though. Right? Like he kind of feels like out of a lot of these characters, he feels like the most like human in a way. Like
he does.
I don't know.
He does.
So when I saw that, I was like, that actually kind of makes sense. Like
I guess that's why he's so frustrated with his family, right? They're like, come on, man. Like, guys.
I think if we look at this like just from Heinkel, right?
Oh,
his mother dies. First off, the wife of his child is like his wife is dead. Like the wife, the mother of his child is dead, right? And then his father and mother go to help 2 different crises. His mother never comes back, and basically his father never comes back either.
Yeah,
because his father is never emotionally available ever again after that.
Yeah,
and he starts ostracizing his Heinkel's child for something that his child had nothing to do with.
It's like a domino effect.
It's like a domino effect.
Yeah.
And
this family's broken, bro.
And then his child is saddled with this horrible burden that he doesn't know how to deal with. And then everything is foisted on him after the fact because they don't trust his father or his kid because of the whole situation. So now he's here with all these lands that he doesn't know what to do with. He's now the leader of this house. He has people mistrusting him simply because of his name. His father is an emotionally distant and isn't present at all, basically. And his son is basically a robot who can do anything. Like, honestly, when you think about it like that, maybe Heinkel makes a lot of sense.
No, 100%. Yeah, no. That's why I wanted to see more of him. Like, I wanted to see like him kind of break down, but their family just like really hard. So of course they ain't gonna talk about it or anything. Yeah, they're just gonna accept their feelings how it is. So I'm like, all right. At least Will did get to say "I love you" finally to his wifey. I'm happy. You know, that made me tear up. I'm like, all right, Will, at least you said it, bro. Like, she knew, of course, that they loved each other with his actions and whatnot. She just wanted to hear it for the one time, and he never got to fulfill that promise. And he did finally, and that was really beautiful to me. And it definitely makes me look forward to Reinhardt a lot more, because like he's burdened with all this. So imagine if his grandma was already feeling this way. I do wonder how he feels. He does have felt to help him balance, like himself, while also being the saint soldier. So I think he's okay. He has a lot of people around him that can actually like have his back and whatnot. So I love Reinhardt a lot. I love Will. I love this whole family a lot, except Heinkel a little. Yeah, we're good episode of ReZero. I loved it a lot.
Can you tell how much we love ReZero, guys? Can you tell?
No, yeah, I was gonna ask real quick. The last episode's next week, right? Am I wrong?
There's 2 more.
There's 2 more? Okay.
Yeah.
Does it look like there's gonna be a season 4?
It already leaked.
Yeah.
It already leaked that season 4. I don't think it was officially confirmed, but it's like pretty much
we know it's coming.
Yeah.
Looks like I'm gonna binge ReZero again next time.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we'll see. Buddy.
And when the
we'll
time
see.
comes, I could probably join in that conversation for season 4.
Oh, you better.
I will be.
I won't be alone in this journey of mine. Let's get it.
I'll be done before you. Let's go. But you know what is exciting? Because that's still where we're going to hear from you, Craft, since you're not watching any Isekai fantasies. It's Good Receptionist, episode 10. Does anybody have any thoughts for this episode? For the Ghost Reaper?
I only have that we finally got her confronting that she actually missed his little aliasan. That was really cute. She was like, hey, I don't, I just don't want you to ignore her, to kind of like not talk to me. You know, I always tell you not to, but like, you make me feel weird when you don't talk to me. And that was really cute. I was like,
look, I have some quick thoughts because I did watch episode 9 and 10 since I missed episode 9, previous episode when we recorded. I'm not gonna speak too much on episode 9. Almost for episode 10. I'm gonna read what I write first because it's funny. The Silver Sword isn't true because they're not making results. Oh wow, we heard something deep from Glenn. He lost his daughter 15 years ago within the conquer of a dungeon. But as tough as a parent, sharing the same line of work, and you adopted her. Cool. But then Glenn told Jade he would be the guild master one day, but also left off very anonymous, like, hey, you are questionable now. Because now Jade suspects him about something. Is he the bad guy? Is he the man in black? Changes, perhaps? Is he the mystery guy? And very funny, how do you sleep through class but fucking still wake up tired still? That's the worst fucking thing. And a fucking creepy ass animation scene of the creep that was stalking our girl Alina. Like I told Crash earlier when I was watching the episode with him. If anybody remember Sword Art Online, of that one dude in season 1, the elf dude that was creep up.
We don't speak about that arc.
So that one scene, I watched that back in like 2010, 2012 when when it was creepy stalkers animation and everything. for any other creepy stalker in the future of anime, whenever they do that creepy animation trying to make the character look like a creepy bad guy, it always triggers my memory to remember from Sword Art Online from all those years ago. So when I saw him being a stalker, like that just reminded me of him. Fuck her job. Her job actually sends her, instead of her being on training, having a break from work, they said, nah, while you're in training for work, we're going to add more work for you during your night shift, so you could clear some of our mess that we're stuck at home. When I saw that, I'm like, you raggedy ass bitch. If I was working there,
it's like my job.
I would literally be like, I would literally put alcohol on that job. I mean, I'll put the alcohol on those papers and burn it, like, oh, it seems like it went on a fire accident. I don't know what happened to it.
He meant gasoline, guys. He meant gasoline.
So I don't know what happened. No, I want to put alcohol, like really like burning alcohol. Not gasoline. I want to have good smell from the burning papers.
Who doesn't smell gasoline in the morning, like they say in The Simpsons? But hey, to each your own. Each your own. Fair enough.
And the Dark Gods was made by previous humans. That's interesting. But the researcher might be dead now. So that's what we got. And by the end of the episode, we left off with a cliffhanger. Those were my notes.
Researcher was getting too deep, deep, and
too deep.
Yeah, the guy got in too deep.
He went to the forbidden zone and they never left.
I know they're really trying to make it out like it's Glenn, but because of that, I feel like it's not him.
It's not him.
If it is him, there's actually someone else. Like, you know, I don't know. Like, I get it. Like they're trying to like do like they're trying to say like, oh, he'd go to whatever means to revive his daughter or something, like that's what they're trying to allude to. I don't know. I feel like with how like dead set they seem to be on, like, oh, Glenn, like that makes me believe it's not Glenn. So
it's kind of hard to tell, and I hope it's not him because I feel like it's very cliche. Like, okay, once you revive these people, like, I guess.
Yeah. It honestly, like, I think I told Grem this. Like the episode felt like a Scooby-Doo episode in a way.
Honestly, yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
I feel okay. For me, I did not at all think it was Glenn, and then they randomly started saying, "Oh my god, it might be Glenn, guys." Yeah. It could be Glenn. And I was like, why? What? It's like, foreshadow this if you want to foreshadow this. Don't tell me in my face a million times that it's Glenn as a way of quote-unquote foreshadowing. It's like, there is
they foreshadowed it.
They really didn't, though.
They did. They say, who is the only one able to go down there? And he's the guildmaster, so he's the only one able to go down there, basically. Mm-hmm. And that's why this episode they kept pushing.
He's one of the couple of people who could be down there. Because they specifically said that more than just him, but he is the one with the keys that could go anywhere. But it's more than just him. And it doesn't make any sense to make Silver Sword go there if he really was the person, because Silver Sword is clearly the group where the executioner is. And of course they'll win as long as Alina's there, right? And then it doesn't make any sense further if, like, I don't know. It doesn't make sense for it to be Glenn. If it's Glenn, I'm dropping the series never.
Well, they're saying it's Glenn because, right, if with the daughter, they can bring her back to life. That's what I interpret it, right?
Glenn always been the villain, though. Glenn always been the villain, you know, though. Because he's been making it work. He's been making it overwork, bro. He always been the villain.
Hold on. You're right.
Let him cook.
He always has been the villain, you know.
Let him cook.
In her eyes,
they want to hire. Girl, they want to hire people. She said, like, hey, you better not be promised. Like, damn, I don't know about that, girl. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
No,
it doesn't make sense to me. I don't know.
I'm curious about it. Look, we have where is it? I think we have 2 episodes left, I believe. Yeah, 2 episodes left.
Yeah, it's week 10, yeah.
So to see where it goes. It might end off bad. We're gonna finish it. Stay tuned for the tier list. Other than that, we got Zenshu. Anybody like Zenshu for this week?
Yo,
Should hit the fan.
It's finally not Neko's episode of the week.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's wild.
Look, Medalist has my heart, but Zenshu's second. Yeah. But yes, I love Zenshu. You guys go ahead though.
Fuck all the people in that city. I hope they die. Because y'all wanna get panic and start saying like, yo, it's her fault, her fault, her fault. So if I'm like, Well, what fucking proven evidence? All you got is that they're making the things just because they look like them. That's all you got is a version of her creations that, you know what? They're almost like AI robots that could copy other people's designs into making their own versions. That's what they probably did. They manifested in their own designs to copy what they got destroyed of. They look like AI robots, but no, these motherfuckers, old ass, young ass people just dying and out there complaining and blaming other people's problems instead of your own problems. Fix your own shit. And you blame her just because she's here. She's like, oh, it all started to get worse. No, you know what? You guys would have actually gotten the worst outcome. Luke would have been your ultimate void. Now we must still get him, but we don't know because the timeline has changed. The branch is different.
The branch is different. I think it's just sad that, I mean, I think the thing is, for me, is like this series is going cliche now. And I like how cliche is going because realistically it's following a story that is cliche. That is what the director wanted it to be, as a very cliche story. But Natsuko is trying to make it not cliche. It's going from a different branch, like Vash keeps saying. She wanted to go to a different route. But now that the director, I don't know if it's either the director or it's just the story trying to force itself back to how it's supposed to be, the original runtime, that all this stuff is just going back into that runtime, but with Natsuko. And now with Natsuko making it worse with her drawings, it's kind of gone. It has gone worse realistically. And now we're just getting him to probably become the void with her dying in Unio. Like, where did they go? Did they go into a different rail? Like, what? Or did she go back to reality? Where did Unio go? Like, did Unio now go with her to the real world? Like, what's going on?
That's what I was thinking too. If the unicorn went to a real world, I'm questioning that too. Did the unicorn still become a little small midget, or did it become this small, big, gigantic thing?
I think wherever the voids, like, I guess wherever the voids are coming from is like probably where they end up. I don't know, but like, yeah, we did talk about like how like we have to see them potentially go into the, like, Natsuko go back into the real world.
Yeah.
Like in this next episode or something.
Soon to be finding out.
Like, I get that, like, it's how the story is, like, supposed to go and all that, but, like, I don't know, the people, the way that people were acting, I'm like, after everything Natsuko's done to, like, help y'all, like, it just goes to show you that, like, you could do everything for some people and it's, like, still not enough. Like, they still, like, will turn their backs on you. Like, there's still snakes out here.
Isn't that like a superhero thing? Like, that's always happens with no matter what the hero does. It always goes like the people can switch real quick. They're like, didn't that happen in Spider-Man legit with Mysterio? Like, bruh,
I'm cool.
I did all this for y'all, and y'all see this one video, and y'all switch up on me.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's literally my whole life as the Hispanic Assassin. Let her cook.
It's basically that. I feel bad. Because Natsuko wants it to be a happy ending, but the director's like, no, we're going back to my story, bitch.
After all this despair, like, I know, like, the whole point is, like, or they're saying, like, oh, it's not going to be a happy ending, but after all this despair and all this, I feel like that has, like, we can't get there's going to be a happy ending, I feel like.
Yeah, there has to be something outcome, and also, the point of this story was for her to finish her story, like her drawing. Right. So is this chick ever gonna be like on episode 2, like, we have our movie, the director's cut, this happened, and like the premiere? Are we ever gonna get that, or are we just gonna end off in this whole type of thing in a coma?
True. I think it's gonna be a bittersweet for sure, right?
Hopefully.
I mean, we don't even know if she's really in a coma. Gosh.
Hey,
I mean,
it's an original anime, right? It's not even a manga for the. Yeah,
it's an original.
Who knows where?
Nobody has the clue.
Yeah, this can go this could even be. I'm not gonna say shit because I'm not watching it. It could even end like just anticlimactic, and we don't even know. Like, it's just like that's it. Nothing more to it. Not even season 2. It could be one. Who knows? Who fucking knows?
Good.
Yeah.
But what we do know is rom-coms. We have a lot of rom-coms to discuss. We don't have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have fucking 6 rom-coms. Why? Because we want to conversate all about them. And we're going to start off first with Medaka. Kuroiwa is in Person to My Charm, episode 9. Did anybody want to go to a carnival and go down some roller coasters? Be with a future partner? Who's excited about this?
I actually Ayashi. Oh, I love when the side character actually grows a pair of fucking cojones, and it's like, nah, I like you and I want you, and she's getting help. Shout out to the homies, bro. Shout out to the wingmen, the ladies who want to help out their friends to get the man, the one of their dreams, because we gotta appreciate y'all. And this is what fucking Ayashi's best friends do. She's being the wingman. She's like, oh, let's go to this theme park. Oh, let's go ride this. Oh, I can't be with homegirl, but you know, we have Medaka right here. He could definitely go with homegirl for sure. Like, bro, that I'm just looking at that and I'm just like, my homies could never just do me like that. If I'm trying to bag a girl or anything like that, they just talk shit, make like laugh at me, do whatever. But homegirl right here, that's a real one. That's friends you want to have your back when you're trying to get somebody like her. But anyways, I just love that she's putting the initiative. I really love the fact that she's trying. Like, you see, like, okay, you know, Mona is Mona. She's being her, whatever, tsundere, whatever. But I low-key, I'm like, you know what? I kind of want her to really get with him. You know, she already did the kiss. We already saw that she's really putting a lot of work, and we don't really see a lot of characters do that in a lot of rom-coms lately. So, you know, again, going back to the point I said with Memory, I said that she was mid. Nah, this is cooking. I really like the story right now. I want to see more of this happening. So can't wait to see next episode for sure.
I want to laugh at Mona. She got what she deserved. She jumped and decided to jump at the race last minute, and she shot the gun. She said, yo, let's go here, grab some snacks. They said, word, you are a couple. And I knew there's lags. If you're going to prove you got a kiss. And by the time they asked that question, the cliffhanger, the episode cut, I'm like, I saw it coming and I knew it.
Yeah.
I know, yes, Crash, I know they're not going to kiss. If it does, I'll be purely shocked and impressed.
10 out of 10. I'm telling you right now on the podcast,
next week
10 out of 10.
episode, if they do that, I'll be very shocked and impressed.
Yo, she's falling behind. She might have to do it, bro.
She's
falling behind, man.
If she does, I'm curious to see that. Look, I don't mind if that happens, but now the next branched timeline intervenes, and where would it go next? How will the relationship continue? Now that Medaka just kissed her, how will he be like clear mind, clear spirit? And how will Mona be now that she took the bigger leap?
I think Mona might actually like do it. Like, she wants to do it, but if anything, I think it would be Medaka that would be.
It might be a blue box situation where, like, you know, they might cover themselves, pretend to kiss, and we don't see it, but you know, it could be like one of those.
Yeah, or like, I think me and Gremlin were laughing about it. Like, the dude who told him to kiss, he's gonna be like, oh, I was kidding. Like, I can tell you guys are a couple, you know, like some shit like that. Like, you guys didn't have to go that far. I was just kidding or something. I hope
not, because I feel like, yo, bitch,
I'll be so upset.
I'll be so upset. I'll be like, nah, fuck you, dude. Just fuck you. That's it.
No.
That's simple. Anybody else any thoughts?
This episode was like, I feel like we have a lot of these typical kind of episodes in the rom-coms where you got like the theme park, the water park kind of thing going on. So that's what we had here. I did like, I think Crash mentioned like the wingmen, you know, like for both Ozzy and
they shout her out. Shout out to Tomo too. She's a real one as well. Like that.
Yeah, Tomo out here trying to help Mona as well, get them into certain situations together. So yeah, Ozzy was great though in this episode for sure. Like, even when she like what did she tell Medaka? Like, oh, I actually wasn't even scared. Like, that was great. But yeah, this episode, I feel like, you know, we're slowly getting to that point where I feel like it's gonna suck because the season's gonna end, and then like I feel like it's really where you start to see like Mona, like at least where I was getting more into Mona's character was like a little bit beyond this point, because it's when she actually starts to be more of herself. She kind of drops the whole act, which is what Tomo has been talking about getting rid of, like her to drop that whole shit. I feel like it's gonna suck because we're almost done, and that's where I feel like I'm not gonna sit here and act like she's one of the best characters ever or anything like that. Or like,
but you just want to see more of a progression.
You see progression. You see, that's what you start to see. I feel like after this, and some growth from Mona for sure. So
I also want to give
people aren't gonna get to see that
to Medaka because he gave his try into talk about Japan language, saying, "Hey, during the ride to a roller coaster, be like, so who do you like? it just went down the ride, and he thinks he just fucked up. But the thing is, he switched on his whole personality trait that it doesn't seem like that's him, and it just threw off Mona. And I just find a little comedy right there, like who's this dude is? He didn't act like him. He don't ask those type of questions. Who's in his body? So I just find that a little funny.
I will say real quick, Medaka, I'm sorry. I don't care what anybody says about him. Like he is like, very shy, quiet. He's not the type, to he's not what we would consider here in the US fuckboy. But my boy got Riz, and he low key doesn't understand. Like that, this man can get all the girls if he really wants to. He just chooses not to. And I see you, that little scene when Mona's thinking he's like holding Asai in the side, like, we could be a thing, and she's in the bathtub. She's like, fuck, bro, like that kind of mentality, I fucks with a lot. That's just me personally. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I think this man low key could be the Rizzler of the year if we really want to. Who knows? We still got a lot of anime coming up, so that could change. But right now, that man's contender for Rizzler of the year.
I'm sorry, you're way off. We're in the start of the year, and you say he's the Rizzler of the year. You are short sighted. You used to have like 25 more animes that are gonna be way far better.
You still got your boy from Rent a Girlfriend.
Yeah.
Listen,
right.
Those are the right hot takes. I just said I had hot takes.
Exactly.
Okay, why would you even bring up Rent a Girlfriend?
I know
because it's next season.
Well, I brought it up.
No, I'm looking at Nate over here trying to say that.
Why?
He was saying he said,
Yeah, but he's not a Rizzler. He's not even kind of a Rizzler.
I didn't say trash talk.
No, not you. Look, I'm not cooking you. I'm cooking Nate for trying to bring up.
I'm bringing it up for Crash. What?
The
Right,
fuck
what?
of the year. Like what?
Look.
No, he's a Rizzler. He's a Rizzler. What do you mean?
If you guys want to talk about an actual Rizzler, we could talk about side characters in I Have a Crush at Work in episode 10.
That is true.
I like that.
He is the Rizzler.
How about I just say, Medaka was really good. I love Asahi. Also, her name is Asahi, not Asahai or whatever the hell he was trying to say over there.
Agree.
Asahi.
I was just trying to ignore that. I'm gonna let him slide, but I
I can't
guess we had
pronounce
to bring it back.
Japanese names. I'm sorry, please.
Wait,
don't
what
kill
did you
me.
say, Grevin?
Asai.
I said I love Asahi. Yeah, she's great, bro.
Isn't it Asahi? I'm pretty sure
Asahi. It's Asahi.
Look, brother.
So both y'all
No, so y'all.
Yeah, but he was
Next.
saying
No,
he
next.
was saying,
Get
he
out.
was saying Ahasi though. So like at least I'm doing the letters in the right order.
Whatever.
No,
bro.
no.
Anyway, about the Rizzler from the side characters from I Have a Crush at Work. They're going on a date. How we all feeling about them?
Oh my god.
Let's all clap for our boy. Let's all clap for our boy.
Let's clap. Let's clap. No, I'm gonna snap.
The
There we go.
ship
My
has
boy,
left.
my boy got the baddie. Hey,
Ship
she's
has
coming
left
over
the,
right here for this. Let's go.
Bro didn't care,
It's
bro.
left the
Walker and
forward.
everything. He said, "Don't worry, I got you." Look, what I already wrote in my set. The side piece storyline is getting love and attention. I
A
gave it a
side
high
piece?
score
Side piece
because
character? Wow.
the man gave his communication, expressed how he felt. He also asked if he came on too strong, apologized by letting the girl give her the side conversation. She expressed why she was so distant and what caused it. In a relationship where you communicate and you can resolve issues quick, but if there was a younger audience of an anime, it would have been dealt with 1, 2, 3 episode story arc. Watching this with
Literally.
Grem and Crash, they didn't care about the main couple. We didn't. But hope the MC passed exam. Good luck for you, my dude.
Yes, sir.
100% agree with that statement.
That's all I
Yeah,
have.
Somei and what's her name? Shizuno, or I think her name is. Yeah, they stole the show with the episode. No surprise. The ship, has left the port, whatever you want to say. It's sailed. Like
Yep,
we got it finally. It was only a matter of time, right? But yeah, they were great in this episode. I don't know. I feel like I'm curious how I'm gonna feel I feel like it's gonna be a thing we're gonna have to read the manga or wait for another season of this or something. But is this gonna be another case? It might be hard because I feel like the competition, because I feel like in a lot of rom-coms I watch, I get into more of the side couples more than the main one. But
Which
the
I
main
think
couple in
that's
this
good,
one, the main couple in this one is really good. That's what I'm saying. They just kind of this is just started between them, right? So I
So-
feel like we give it some more time to.
What
to
I like
cook.
about this is that it's called I Have a Crush at Work. It doesn't mean to the actual girl, the main character don't mean. So we could talk about any characters. What I would laugh though is that if every side character we have meet at this office building has a boyfriend or girlfriend on the low, so everyone is hiding their intercouple relationship in the office would be hilarious. That other people are dating each other, but nobody knows because they all keep a secret because they don't want to have a public relationship. So that'd be hilarious that everyone in this whole building is having I have a crush at work, but nobody knows. That's what I would laugh if by the time season 2, season 3, season 4 comes out in the next couple of years, we're then like, damn,
a whole office place.
Yeah, like a whole office.
Like, even that even the what's her name, Morizono or whatever.
Oh my god,
she about to have someone or some shit. Me and Grem were actually joking about like, we're talking about like how like they're gonna be going on like double dates and shit because Soulmate knows about the main characters and then secret.
I love it.
And then Masagu knows about Soulmate and her because he saw them sitting down or whatever at the place together.
So there's really no need to be secret for them.
Yeah, if all 4 of them are in the know on it, like fuck everybody else. Like they could just go on some double dates or whatever. Like I mean. Yeah, that would be sweet
and go to another baseball game, not as friends, just as a double date, more as a group thing now.
Yeah. That's a great point. I'll just say real quick, and I just had a huge revelation, right? You know, most people like the main characters. I especially like I agree with you guys. I like the main characters, right? My thing today was like, how the fuck can you beat Yui being in lingerie? And I just realized, wait. They just started dating. What if she starts putting lingerie on for the
Oh god! Like, you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong.
This is 2. Oh no, let's get it. Oh, you know what? I like this. We're cooking with the story, boys. We're gonna get more spicy. Let's go.
Crash might spaz out, bro. If they smash,
let me enjoy this Lulu, please.
Right.
Oh, damn. You reach it. That ain't gonna happen anytime soon. I don't think so. Nah.
Damn.
Let me know in the comments down below, Chad, if you think that might happen. Please give me your thoughts.
Yes.
I like how they both couldn't hold back anymore, and they finally let it out. You can clearly see that they're like, no, I can't contain it anymore. And then she definitely couldn't, right? And he's just like slowly trying to get in there. He's like, hey, I am just trying to tell you how I feel. Yeah. I'm trying to get something moving. Yeah, and they did, and it was really adorable.
It's smooth. Like, hey, like, look, it is understand what you want. Office relationship. The last one happened, but I'm here to listen. If we're here to keep it private. We're here to talk. He's a smooth talker. He knows how to be gentle. He knows how to, keep it out. But somebody is not a smooth talker. It's our boy Kai from Honey Lemon Soda. Our boy Kai is not keeping it simple. He wants some distance. He said, like, yo, look. You're a stubborn girl. Things are getting too complicated in my life. You started worshiping me. Things are not going on around. And right now, when I see eye to eye, you're about to get fucking kidnapped in a car. I had to come save you. But then the whole fucking... this class. I got a problem with these classmates. These classmates are the most nosy-ass classmates I've ever seen in any fucking high school anime. Yo, who? I've been in high school, and if you go missing, maybe 2 or 3 class, maybe 5 friends ask, yo, where's Miguel? Yo, where's Vash? Where you at? Oh, he's not here. Never in my life I had all 21 damn students asking, yo, where did Vash go? Yo, what happened to him? Is he home? Yo, is he sleeping? Yo, your teacher, you heard him. He's sleeping. I just called him. That's okay. Kai's all good. Bitch, what the fuck? I'm sorry. Classmates, too nosy. And also him coming back from school and paparazzi, aka random friends, are taking pictures of you in your work clothes, hanging out with Uka, and then you're asking him about his private life. Yo, bro, you got a job? Yo, bro, you got a job? If I was him, I'd be like, yo, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Code Harley, shut the fuck up. Because this is my private life. If I want to have a job at 6 years old and do my own thing, I got to pay bills. Y'all don't know about my private life because guess what? I haven't told you because I don't want to. But guess what? You're asking me into my personal space. And now you're asking Uka if she knows what she's doing on. And she don't. And y'all don't believe her 5-10 seconds away. Nah, shut the fuck up. That shit, out of this whole episode, the classmates are what got me mad with the nosy ass bitches out here.
Especially in Japan, I feel like they're even
they don't let them
private. Yeah, I feel like they're even more private about. I would think at least
they are.
About
that's what just shocked me about this episode. Yep. Like, but probably because it's a hood high school or some shit, they're more nosy. I don't know.
Damn. Well, I guess with working, they don't let them. So that's an even thing. So they like, oh shit.
Time too at 16 is crazy to me. Like, what the fuck do you have? Like, I get you.
And it seems like also the kind of like, which it was about time we got like a Kai kind of folk. It seems like that's Yeah, like they're gonna focus on more on him with these last couple episodes. It seems like, which is about time because I feel like you need that, right? Especially to really care about both sides. Go ahead, Crash.
I was gonna you kind of took it out of the words out of my mouth, but that's where I'm torn at with this episode, and I need your guys' help and maybe with the viewers' help as well. Like, because I to one side that I had to mention before we're on this podcast, I agree with Grem in saying this show is now dog shit. I want to drop it so badly. But on the other hand, I'm with Neko Chan on this, saying like I want to give it a chance to let it cook. I still stand by what I said in previous episodes about like like the perspective of like Uka and everything like that. But now I need your guys' help because I know half of you guys think it's good building up to what it's going to be Kai's ultimate backstory, but at the same time, like I didn't want to fucking wait 10 episodes to get an origin story now, because now I don't give a fuck about Kai. I really don't. I am happy that Uka's becoming a more independent girl, grown up to be just stand up against her bullies, stand up against her parents, like just being more independent as a person. Just to me to be like, okay, I like her, but I don't like her boyfriend. Like fuck, like the point of this romance is we see development. I do not see fucking development. I see what it could be, and I'm sorry if this is the wrong word, but I'm gonna say this term because that's what I think. A groomer. That's what I see Kai right now as, and I don't want to see him as a groomer. I want to see him to be like a more of a supporter in that sense. I don't really feel support with this man. I just feel like he's just showing her what to do, and I'm like, nah, that's not it, my guy. I don't. So I need you guys to convince me.
If I may go real quick, because I have to agree with Crash a bit. Not the groomer aspect too much, but slightly there, because he said a line that I didn't like as well. Kai said, I guess that's how I raise you, huh? And that bothered me because I'm like, one,
I told y'all about his dialogue. Some of his dialogue is corny,
just only known each other for 6 months of a school semester, or like 4 months, depending on school semester there in Japan. So for him to say that, I'm like, huh? That made no sense. Like, you just raised her in like 6 months of school days, and that bothered me. One of the other lines I want to mention real quick that is get lost, you second-rate girl. That shit got me rolling because I wrote, it sounded like the line from Seto Kaiba saying you second-rate duelist.
Second-rate duelist.
That shit got me laughing. Throw it out there. But I have to agree with
duels with a third-rate deck.
Exactly, Graham. Thank you for the full quote. But that's what I felt like, and I agree with Crash that it felt groomer vibe, or trying to raise somebody, but then you still keep her along because you see how she's trying to break out of the shell that you put her in, but she's trying to break out the shell that she was always trapped in the birdcage, if you want to say. So I see the potential of the show. I've been like, out of the shows that we've been reviewing, out of the 6 animes, I would have been okay to drop Medaka and maybe I'm getting like if we had to review 3 rom-coms, I would have liked to keep Honey Lemon Soda. I like the conversation, the debates, as Crash will put it, or the great debate, as Crash will say, because it's pretty interesting of how we could see about this. Like me, I hate the fucking class, the paparazzi, all this, but also how he said, like, I guess that's how you was raised, huh? Like, that shit bothered me. But Graham, what were you gonna say? How do you feel about what Crash said? Like, would you agree in any sense?
Oh no, it was horrible. It was horrible. I'll say it once, I'll say it again. It was horrible.
Thank you.
I really don't like they said the Kai line. Like, what is, like, I'm not going groomer because that's just not what you meant to say. But there's definitely, like, he's a creep for sure. Like what is that line?
What kind of 16-year-old says that shit, my guy, in an anime? I'm sorry. Like, I've seen a lot of rom-coms in my time, even older ones. Not fucking once have I ever heard a fucking love interest like that say some shit about the love of the other love interest. It's just no. It's just no.
Hey, Neko, want to defend your series?
Hold up. Yeah. I was looking for some, but I didn't find it. Yeah. But look, I think we're gonna see some stuff about Kai. Look, his one-liners aren't really the greatest. He's just like, sometimes you just say some crazy stuff, man. Look, and that was the best way he thought he could express himself, was saying that. And I think overall, the whole thing about this series is like, we were only setting up Uka, right? We were going from perspective, and now that she's fully kind of grown to the character that she should be, now we're getting Kai, because Kai has a lot of flaws. We've kind of been going into them a little bit in these little few episodes, and now we're gonna go more into that, and then we're gonna see how it goes from there with both of them. But mostly, yeah. Look. I don't know. I don't know what the author was thinking with the lines. I feel like in the manga it was said differently, but look, I couldn't find it, so I don't know. But yeah, I guess it's just the series is just. It's not for everybody. It's fine. It's like I have a good time with it. It's okay. But I'm just looking forward more to future episodes. I think these next few episodes are going to be very, very cool. So I'm excited for those.
I just want to say this about Kai. Like, yeah, it's much needed focus on him, but I'm just wondering, like he must be really in a desperate situation to be with these dudes working whatever the hell they're doing. Because obviously these dudes seem like bad news. They're trying to put high school girls into a van and shit or whatever the hell they were doing. So yeah, I'm curious on the Kai side of things though. I feel like that was the most, like, if there's anything to really pinpoint out of this episode, it was kind of that. But definitely it looks like we're going into some much needed focus on him, because to care for a couple, you got to have both sides, and I feel like we've got plenty of Uka and we've had like no Kai, so yeah, this is going to be needed material. But at this point for me, I don't even know if it matters, but we'll have to see. But this episode was all right to me. I feel like there's been worse episodes in the series for sure, but I'm still not on bored really with this series. I'm sorry.
That's valid. I found the panel. Yeah, it says, "I taught you to be this way." Crunchyroll, what is up with you? The thing with the peasant, and now this. Why are you gonna stop this way?
Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
Wait, Crunchyroll, what is going on? That's why his one-liners don't seem real, because Crunchyroll is right. No, Crunchyroll, why?
Yeah,
this is why I taught you to be this way.
Fuck up myself.
Wow, what? That's crazy. But anyways, yeah, that's wild. No wonder Kai seems so like weird, because no wonder, bruh. No way.
Yeah,
anyways,
that makes a difference.
Yeah,
that makes a huge difference. The manga one, I would have been fine to hear, like, I taught you this way. Like, okay, that one's fine, because you have, you got to be with her, you got her to grab her shell, you taught her a few things. More understandable than, I guess that's how I raised you. This way. I'm like, no.
Yeah, that's weird.
But
that is weird.
Let me just end this real quick by just asking, because the original question.
Ooh, go ahead.
Sorry, the big question I was asking you guys was, after watching 10 episodes, should I continue watching this trash? Grem, I know your answer is no. Neko, your answer is gonna be, still continue, give it a chance. It may be a cook, seeing Kai's lore.
So can I just speak, since you spoke for me? I'm just gonna sunk cost fallacy, brother. You already started it, might as well fucking end it. We're already here.
Exactly. I was about to say we have 2 episodes left. It's not like, for example, we have our friend Nate set this behind the scenes already. He's gonna drop I left my airing party to help my former students.
No, he's not. No, he's not. I'm not letting him drop it.
So he dropped it already on episode 10 out of 24. So for him, out of 24 episodes, only be on episode 10.
Episode
9. Sorry, 9. It's okay to drop. You're already on one third out of the 24 episodes.
24.
Yeah. That's fine.
I got a good idea by this.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna cut ass on him or come at him like, yo, there's more.
I will.
Unless me and Graham watches more and as actually picks up, we be like, yo, it got a bit better. Just build up to it. But depends. But if you have Honey Lemon Soda, my boy, you have 10 that you watch and you only have 2 more, you better just finish it. Now the question is, season 2 when it comes out, that's a different story to your question.
That is true.
Like, would you watch it?
Yeah, would you watch it?
If it's anything unnamed fucking memory, yeah, I have no choice.
No, you don't. No, you don't. That's up to you. We're not gonna force you.
Didn't you say you're a completionist, Crash? So if it can't,
that is true.
The one time I'm like, can you guys give the pass? You're like, fuck no, continue. I'm like, you know what? Okay, we keep the train rolling. We keep it going.
He told me that I already said pass. Apparently, I don't know, bro. Apparently, I don't know what I was thinking.
You're saying
you think it's dog shit? You want me to stop watching it?
No, he said to continue. You have 2
brother.
episodes.
I said continue. Finish it out.
I thought you would tell me stop watching it. That's why.
Oh, you already here, bro. You might as well continue and see how it ends.
Anyway, I'm getting married to a girl I hate in my class. I like this episode. Fuck y'all. I don't care that y'all are.
It is good. What do you mean? Everyone was into it. What do you mean?
No, look,
Maho wasn't here. Maho wasn't here. We're happy.
Did you not hear Vash say that? Oh, he wants to drop it already. Have you not seen Nate's reaction every single time the new episode?
Nah.
Nah, he's trolling. There's no way.
No, he wasn't, bro. He hates it.
Wait, am I still? Okay, what's that? Yeah.
Who hates what, huh?
He look, he's solely your name, man. He's saying
so
you hate.
confused.
What, me?
He's like, no. He's talking about Vash. He's saying Vash doesn't.
Vash said
like,
he was gonna drop it. He literally said he was gonna.
Oh no! He didn't say he was gonna drop.
Nah, he did not say that.
He was saying like
we don't need to talk about it.
Walk out of this podcast. What are you talking about?
No, he was talking about like the ones to review if he had to choose. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Which is tantamount to dropping it. All right.
To review weekly on our anime spotlight, I will still watch it, having my ranking because hey, we're gonna evolve our anime spotlight next season, so we're gonna be talking about things differently. Just saying.
Yeah.
But when it comes to our animes of the girl I hate in my class, where's our damn ranking? Oh,
I'm getting married to a girl I hate in my class.
Yo, I don't know when I ever get that name actually correctly I never do. I don't think
when are you gonna get it right? You have 2 more episodes. Get it right.
I have it as my number 3 ranking. It was a good episode. This episode had a lot of comedic tropes. I for one was here for it. An example was the Red Chili Peppers going through a portal fucking dimension. I love how the MC responded. He said you could use that power for much better use. Akane and MC they finally exchanged contacts. That was a crucifix of this episode. She squee knowing that she could finally talk to him, and at the end she reacted to him saying that they're both lonely to each other. So I really love that.
Did you say it's a crucifix, not a crux?
I meant we're gonna
move on. I guess
I wrote crucifix, but you meant crux, correct? That is the crux of the episode, correct? Thank you. I just wrote wrong. Tomato. So he walked home.
No, a crucifix is a religious symbol. A crux is like the key component. Those are very different things, brother. I don't know, bro. Like,
no, you're not wrong. But
actually,
you knew what I meant. So tomato. I just wrote it wrong, but you guys knew what I meant, though. Moving on, like you said.
Okay.
So I give props to the MC Saito because this man, there's something that if you truly love your wife, if you truly care for her, you go through, walk the deserts. You will take the bus late at night and even crawl up the 2nd floor to your room and scare the shit out of your wife. That's something I would do too, just to have fun. Hey, if you're gonna lock the door, not answer the phone call, shit, I'm gonna have my fun in way of the night. I'm gonna look like I'm a robbery. So fuck it, why not? So that shit was fun. And Himari, you're smart. That's all. You smart. Those were my notes.
I'll go last. I want you guys to go first before I give my crazy take on this episode.
Hey, girl could have shut the shit down with Himari, but nope, she's sitting there lying her ass off still.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, but then you have scenes like where she was telling him to come home soon, and that was cute. But like, bro, I'm so ready for this series to be done. I'm sorry.
They's like here for the bullshit. He's like, look, mama, you either talk to me honest, tell me how you feel. If not, I'm moving on. These are like straight up.
A lot of sides of Nate.
Tell me you hate this show.
No, there's like, I don't know. She's just a tsundere I can't stand, bro. I'm sorry. There's some tsunderes I like, but like overall, I'm just not. I've never really been like Taiga. Like I'm just from Toradora. Like I'm just not.
Fucking
to be fair, Taiga is one of the worst examples of a tsundere in all of anime history. I know she's lauded as the queen.
Yeah, she's
the prototype, but she's the worst. All right, I'm gonna be that guy. I will take on all the fans. She's a shit tsundere. All right.
Yeah, but like
she's not that bad though.
She is.
I don't know. I don't know. The best parts in this series is when Saito and Akane are together, and like a lot of the other shit, like I just could care less about. But even the girl just it's just repetitive to me, and I feel like at some point like you just gotta freaking be honest, or at least like even a fraction of say how you feel. Like I would be happy with a fraction. You don't even have to go all out with it. Like I feel like I was saying the same thing last episode.
You did.
Yeah, like I mean, my goodness. I'm just like I said, I'm ready for this to be over.
Okay.
For this anime to be over. I'm sorry. But.
All right. Anybody
Like-
got more thoughts?
No, I think with Kane and Saito getting closer, kind of more honest, like even he was more honest. He's like, yeah, I miss bickering with you, baby. You know, that's why I came home. That was cute. I was like, all right.
Yo,
that's their form of love.
I was waiting for Akane to hop in the shower with him when he said, yo, I'm gonna go shower, I'm dirty. And Akane be like, yo, if I need to get a step forward, I need to jump in the shower. Because she said, girl, she even sniff, girl said, like, I'm gonna smell his underwear. I'm gonna smell that.
This ain't Crusher work, bro. If this were Crusher work, he would have jumped in.
Oh yeah,
but
that's
it's
your
not.
girl. That's your girl. Would have been like, yo, just take off the strip, the towel, and everything. But yeah, man, girls it was. Other than that,
there also was the reveal at the end of the episode.
yes, that she is the girl from those 10 years ago or 15 years ago, whatever it may be. That now I wonder what's gonna change. Like, is he gonna change his attitude now that he realized, like, oh, she's the one? I will go head over here.
Time.
So just to be find out. But
I'm curious, actually. Before we move on, I'm sorry.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
was gonna say, I'm curious if she's like, well, obviously, she would know, but he would like. She has to feel some kind of way about that, I would imagine. But, yeah, we can move on.
Wait, I got one quick thing to mention.
Go ahead, habla.
Maho still being edgy as usual, but we love to see it. Himari, like Vash said, smart AF. Chisei was very cute this episode. I like to see the blush scene that, yeah, you know, she like, I would want to marry him, Saito, if that was the case. I love to see it. And for Akane, I will just say, not to shit on anybody specific or anything like that, but for those who have just gotten a partner, maybe for Valentine's Day, or just gotten into a nice relationship for New Year's, you know, going into, you know, this long-term relationship that you may guys have or build, you know, in the upcoming years. As someone from experience, I will say I know what it's like sleeping on a bed alone. Sometimes it's cool, you have a little space to yourself, but when you find a partner that you're with and you love for the, like, you know, and you know that that's the one you want to be with, after a couple of years, you don't want to sleep alone anymore. So believe me when I say I understand where Akane and Saito are coming from. They have just started. This is the honeymoon phase for them. But for me personally, I can't go to sleep at night without my missus, without my significant other anymore. You know, I sleep maybe one day at best, and that's being generous. Sometimes the body pillow doesn't help out. I need somebody right there to make those cuddles with, especially in the winter when my radiator is broken and there's nobody to warm me at night. So best believe that time will come and you'll thank me. So stay tuned. And stay loyal to your relationships. That's all I got to say.
I'll say two things about that comment. One, if you guys need a body pillow, don't forget to check out the sponsor link from our boy MemoryNK. We has that link down below. And two, if you know, you know. If anybody knows, two, if you need to sleep with your partner, have a cuddle, go get a king size bed. I highly recommend, because if you're a 6'2" dude, you need your space. Because sometimes you just want to kick off your partner and be like, yo, I need a stretch. Just saying. But
I have a king size bed and I'm 5'6". Believe me, fucking king size bed. Listen to Vash and go. Legend D is being factoring out.
I'm giving you advice. Save up the money. You will need it. You want it, and also have your own blanket. It might be helpful. It just say it depends.
She'll still steal it anyways, but do what you want to do.
But Chad, we're here for the tying of the knot with Amagami sister. Did anybody watch this episode or care for it? If not, we can move on.
Hell no.
We know Crash.
No. I would wait for this for a minute. I'm sorry, I don't want to cut nobody up, but no, we speak on this. This is my episode of the week. I don't give a fuck what anybody says on this fucking podcast. Fucking Shirari is the GOAT. And let me explain why the fuck she's a GOAT. She's a childhood friend. She wants this man Uru so fucking bad. She's so delulu and I'm fucking with it. She might even be a yandere. I give a fuck. She looks like she's willing to kill all three of these bitches just to have this one man's dick. She's willing to have sex with him just like when she can get this dick. She's willing to fuck up his life. That's how she can get this dick. I fucking love it. I am for it. I respect it. I appreciate it. But I don't want the girl to die at the same time too, because you know, kind of like Yue. Shout out to Yue, because she was like, I remember Yuru. He saved me. And that goes to show, don't fuck with time, like they said in Rick and Morty. Do not fuck with time, because you know what? You can't fix everything. Some things are a canon event. So you know what? She saved the day. She was like, no, I remember him. He's cool people. I'll try to help you get back to this world. And this girl, Shiari, she's like, where's my boyfriend? Where's my significant other? fucking waiting in the rain for him while he's talking business, with these three girls at the shrine. She was waiting God knows how long outside in the cold rain. And me personally, I have been in that experience before where, you like somebody and you want to be with them, maybe as a crush, and you want to talk to them, but you just don't know how. So you'll wait for them to have an opportunity to talk to them. Like I have legit been in a situation where I have actually waited outside in the pouring rain. I have not used an umbrella. I waited for somebody, just for them to kind of like shut me down. So I have been in her shoes. I have been in a situation where I'm kind of like, fuck, like I have no chance, but I still want to pursue it. So the fact that she still went 100, I would not go and grab another girl's arm that she would not give me the time of day. But she, fuck that. She was like, nah, fuck all that shit. I'm gonna fucking go for it. She grabbed his arm and she just told the girls, all right, I'm so sorry, my boyfriend interrupting your day. I was like, oh, she's way gone. She's cray right now, or maybe she's possessed. Who knows? This story is getting really interesting. We got 2 more episodes left, if I'm not mistaken. I can't wait. I want to see how this ends because this gets spicy. I kind of want her to be like a shrine maiden now, kind of like join in with this harem of his. Like I really 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 hope that she gets her happy ending or some kind of kiss or some confession, something. I want something spicy at the end of this fucking arc because god damn, this is the only other anime that I have wanted a childhood friend to succeed and win the fucking main character. That's all I got.
Yeah, end of the episode, she definitely had some yandere type energy for sure. Which my biggest thing with her is that like I feel like she's like too clingy to the point where like she's not really respecting like Uryu's, his wishes essentially, right? That's my biggest, I guess, problem with her character. Like she's hanging on so much to this idea of like being with him when that is not necessarily like what he wants. But yeah, I don't know. Well, I think the next episode should wrap up this arc, I believe. Yeah. But one of my favorite, also you mentioned like the stuff with Yai, like it goes to show that they actually didn't like mess with time or warp time enough to like to that point, because they could have, but they did not think, they weren't really smart in that aspect, like because they could have warped that as well to where like Yai didn't. Yai, they could have done it to where Yai didn't remember like him or who that was, but because that was there, that was for something for them to kind of latch onto, like to connect. Which I did really like that scene. Granted, they don't remember him, but like Uryu telling him that he loved all of them, like that was, I think that's how he put it. That was actually a really nice scene. Although I wish it was actually in the real, present timeline or whatever you'd want to say. But still, that was a really nice scene. But yeah, Shirahi kind of we got a little wrench in here for sure. I'm curious to see how people are gonna feel about how it leaves off. But yeah, definitely spices things up with her involvement. But I do have my problems with her character for the things I mentioned. But yeah, we got 2 episodes left. I thought this was like, I'm enjoying this arc more than like, it's not some of my favorite content in the series. Like it's actually like, I think I said it last week, it's probably one of my least favorite parts in the series, but I have been enjoying it more than when I was reading it. So I guess I'll take that. But yeah, I guess we can. I don't think you guys aren't watching Amagami, right? Is Vash caught up? I don't even know if Vash is caught up.
He's not caught up, unfortunately. I can speak for him. He's not caught up. He said he promised he'll speak on it next time. But did you guys want to add anything on that? Yeah,
we go.
Blue box time.
Fucking weird episode. First time ever I'm gonna say this. 8 out of 10. I'm gonna leave all the comments for us, you guys, please.
Hey, that's good.
Convincing me.
Hey, I mean, that's for blue box standards of 8 out of 10. I mean, shit. I feel like, because usually it's just always above that. But I mean, I could agree with you. I feel like this episode wasn't. For blue box standards, it wasn't that crazy of an episode. I think that is coming with episode 24. I don't know if you saw anything from episode 24, Crash, any like preview images or any
No,
please don't get spoiled. Please, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, watch out here, because episode 24, I think it's actually already out like in Japan, but like the sub, I think the sub might be out. It's like a fan sub though. But episode 24, it'll come back with some gas.
That's it's it should be said, but for those newer people who are not familiar with anime, I guess I'll say this out anyways. We're now entering week 11 of the winter season, so it goes to show from here on out there are going to be a lot of major spoilers online, on social media, wherever you go, maybe like word through mouth, whatever. So just be very very aware that people will fucking spoil you, and if you do not want to be spoiled, put your headphones on the blast. Do not go on social media from here on out, because I promise you, you will go on a website, or you'll go, to a scene or a social media site you're not supposed to, and you'll be spoiled about something like I did with Crush at Work for the episode we were just talking about. I saw one fucking second of the confession. I was like, fuck. Now I have to watch it now.
Yeah, you gotta be careful out here for this. Yeah. For this episode, whatever. Like if you would have saw whatever from this episode, right? Like, but for the next one, I'm just gonna say be careful out here, bro, because that's the episode. Like this is one of the episodes I'm really looking forward to, and I'm sad it's almost over.
Wait, there's not gonna be no season 2?
They haven't announced it. Yeah, but
okay.
No, there's a lot more content. There is a lot more content.
Okay.
So,
I assume because the manga knows not finished, and like Taiki didn't fucking go to nationals. Like, is what I'm given. I'm pretty sure he's gonna go to nationals. So
yeah, I mean, we haven't even got like a confession yet or anything like that. With like because Taiki and Chinatsu are the main two. So come on, like, but yeah, they're still continuing to obviously develop that. But yeah, Blue Box this week, it was solid. Like I mentioned, nothing like not one of the crazier episodes, but I feel like it was just a good old Blue Box. But I'm telling people, episode 24 is one to look out for. I'm sure we'll have actually a lot more to say about episode 24. So,
Neko Chan, did you finally catch up the Blue Box, or I'm going to be very disappointed once more?
Look, man, I have not caught up to these little episodes, but it's all right. It's okay, because I'll be for the next episode. I had a big step in with Orb, and it was worth it. So
now your plate's free to continue. I like that.
yeah.
Equivalent change or whatever.
Anything on Blue Box?
Well, he reads it. That's all I know.
I have no idea where the story's at. It's good. Yeah.
Grem, something happens in the next episode. That's all. Yeah, I think
I'm sure.
Might know. You might know.
I'm sure. I just don't know what. Like, someone would have to give me the lowdown on what's happening. I'd probably know, but like,
maybe spoil it after. That's just the one anime I'll be like, please, no. And especially since
no, he's saying about this episode, so he could say something. That's what I entered.
Chinatsu saves the old lady from the ditch, and Taiki was chasing her, and Hino was also chasing Taiki. That's it.
Taiki finally got rejected fully.
The King game in the beginning, Taiki did not confess his love. His boy, I'm always gonna say it. Shout out to the homies, the real ones who actually.
He said he loves his boy, right?
He loves his boy so much. I thought he was gonna say bad.
No, he said he loved Yusa. Because he was like, he's always talking about Yusa, and he like even in his sleep he like talks about
Hina being Hina, she's being like childhood friend, the side piece, but she's also like, I'm looking for Taiki. I really want to see what he's up to, but because my boy chasing the real bag, the real one, the real girl is worth the matter, the girl that doesn't like him back, that we fucking hate, but what's whatever.
So anyway, Dr. Stone, am I right, guys?
Vash, I'm very upset that this wasn't your episode of the week, more than anything, because we need to speak on that. I'm very disappointed that, Senku's back on his feet. He got on a fucking biplane with, his boy, and they're about to go into a dog fight with the enemy right now. Very disappointed that you did not want to put that episode of the week. How could you? Oh, we got a confession. We got another girl in the fucking ranks. Let me tell you, we didn't get one. We didn't get two, but we got 3 girls now in this lineup of the harem. We're going to get a new girlfriend now, the pink-haired girl. And what do I say, boys? What did I tell you this fucking season going to happen? We're going to get more pink-haired girls in this fucking harem. And we're starting off with Dr. Stone.
I just love how, not just once, but 2 times, Crash spoke for other co-hosts. He said that this was not my episode of the week. That's crazy. Which he's right, though. This is not my episode of the week. That is very true. But this was close. I have Dr. Stone, I believe, as my number 4. And it's above Solo Leveling, which is still crazy because Solo Leveling is my episode of the week just by pure hype and enjoyment. So once we get to, talk about it and everything. But Dr. Stone was great. It's just that my boy Senku, you should still not be in the fucking plane. You are nowhere in health condition to still be on a fucking plane. As much as you may be, I'm the captain now. My guy, you should not be on the plane. You are in no health condition. Just because you want to slap back, lick back, no, you should not. Logistically, you should not be on the plane. But
now hold on. I will just say real quick. If just hypothetically, if Senku was about to die, and the last thing he could do on his own free will is fucking be on a biplane and fight for his life, my boy, do it. Well, because why the fuck not? If you have one chance to save humanity, and that's to be on a fucking biplane and shoot the enemy down, do what you gotta do, my boy. Because you know what? We have a backup if he goes down, and that's my boy fucking Chrome.
Yo, Chrome was nice in this episode.
Yeah, Chrome was good, showing the tears and everything. I love how the pink hair girl, I forgot her name at this moment. Hey, Crash, what's her name? Pink hair girl, since it's your favorite girl.
I think it's Luna, right?
Yeah, Luna. Thank you very much. Thank you, Nate, for actually knowing the name. Instead, Crash just calls her pink hair girl. Seems like it.
Sorry.
Luna, her followers, our boy Carlos. Carlos switched on a 180 to Zeno. He said, "Oh, my leader, not Zeno." Luna said that she found her boyfriend. He said, switching sides. Like a whole fucking Call of Duty, Halo, literally just switch side in 1 second. Like, boom, we switched the flag. It is Team Senku all the way. And I love how Luna, like Crash said, confess. Even though I love how, Nate, I don't know about you, but we both love comedy. We love how Dr. Stone executes the panel and the animation scene when they literally had Luna ask her question, but also answer her question while ask her the question at the bar table. Say, hey, Senku wouldn't be that type of person that to go after the goal, say yes no matter what, but then back out after. He wouldn't do that, right? And I love how they're also like, I love how they're just like,
monkey meme where he's like,
he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that at all. Yeah, and they exactly just said, he got married to do a goal, got divorced after that because he didn't give a fuck about it. He would do anything to achieve that goal, and I'm hoping that this Luna girl is love interest as much as I'm for Kohaku since all the way since back season 1.
Yes,
I've been season 1 for Kohaku. I've not been spoiled for Dr. Stone, for the ending, for the manga, nothing like that. I'm not known who is a love interest, nothing. So I've been thankful. I read the manga up to the arc of this or before, so just to see where this ends. Hey, yo, Luna, if you his guy, I'm all for it. The animation, Bochi, you know how to draw them. You know how to make them thirsty. You know how to give them the waste. That's what it is. I'm all I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
Other than that, that's what I got for Dr. Stone. This was a good, solid episode. Other than that, any last thoughts, gents?
It's building up for a pretty hype last episode or two. You got aerial battle, and then they're hitting them from the top and the bottom with the drill and all that. So yeah, I mean, it's setting up for a pretty fiery. What is it? Last 2 episodes? I think.
Epilogue. Yeah. I almost forgot to mention, Vash, your theory. I think it was last episode, the episode before that, that they're potentially building a tank. I don't think they're building a tank anymore. I think they're building a fire jet.
Fucking rocket. It feels like a rocket.
It could be a rocket. I mean, it was implied that they might be building that. I don't know. I was looking at fire jet, but I mean, to each their own. If it is rocket, that's crazy. I hope it's not a nuke though.
It can't be a nuke. There's no way. There's no way. If it is a nuke, this guy Zeno is fucking Oppenheimer. That's what it is.
I said nuke last week, did I? I think I said nuke.
You did, but
but
I couldn't believe you now having that whole dark shadow of a black void thing. I'm like, in my head,
a little 2.0 up there. I don't know.
Yeah, in my head, I'm like, looks like a rocket. But while I was watching the episode of Wifey, in my head, I'm like, if fucking Nate is right and this becomes a nuke, how the fuck is Senku gonna survive? There's no plot armor that could save him. There's nothing that could save him. Like, this guy Zeno is literally Oppenheimer. Like, he literally just fucked the world more than the purification is. Because after you send a nuke, what else can you do? You can't survive? I don't know. Unless you do a hot balloon, but I don't know if like a hot balloon is actually like deadly. I don't know. I don't have no guesses. But what we do have guesses for, what we do have possibilities for, because we don't know who will survive, is Solo Leveling Arise from the Shadow Season 2, Episode 11. We have here the S-rank hunters of Japan got murdered in a flash, and they were gonna murder the Koreans. But guess what? It's too late for them. It's too late. But they're gonna get a new healer. They're gonna get a new healer because of Sungjin next episode, right, Nate?
Yeah. Big brain, which, yeah, this shit hit the fan. I feel like that. Well, I mentioned this like a couple times now, like for a few things this week. I feel like a lot of in certain episodes, this, I don't know, things like Zenshu, this one. There's another one that I watched that I'll talk about later that where shit kind of hit the fan. But like, yeah, the first half of the episode was kind of like, it was a bit shaky for me production wise and even like content wise, but like the second half of the episode definitely made up for it with like the Ant King and all that, and just like how intimidating he actually was. I feel like they nailed that actually really well. And yeah, we knew Jinwoo was gonna be involved in some capacity in some way. So I'm curious to see how this fight's gonna go, because after, you know, especially with what's his name, Goto getting taken down, like that's when you like really know that like, okay, you know, I gotta take action. Essentially, like, I gotta do something.
Bro was the most fakest king ever.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he did say that, right? He was like, "I'm the king" or whatever. Like,
He was like,
and then just made
yeah,
a mockery of him, pretty much. Yeah. This episode, the second half was pretty damn good. I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't feeling it initially, but it did. Like as it went through, I was like, okay, like this is what we're here for.
And look, Chan audience, you will see reaction for the next 3 episodes that no, 2 episodes, episode 12 and 13 for the next weeks. On the main channel, you'll see the edited version, and on the VOD channel, you will see on either a MemoryNK 1, MemoryNK 2, or Anime Studio VOD
Maybe
channel.
3.
Yeah, so it's either of those 3 channels. You'll get the VOD version, the edit version, on the main channel. So either or. I do agree with Nate with one thing: the animation in the part 1 of the episode was a bit lazy, but I assume it's because they were trying to save. I've noticed a lot of episodes lately have been lazy with showing the mouth moving. In a lot of the shots, they show the nose and up in the close-up shot, so we hear them speaking, but we don't see the mouth moving in a lot of close-up shots lately in a lot of the most recent episodes. And that is like trying to bring down a lot of production costs, so they don't have to animate the mouth moving, which I'm really finding that a bit lackluster in that sense. I noticed that, I believe, in Solo Leveling. Not sure if it was My Happy Marriage, but a few anime episodes from this week, and that really bothered me. But I'm guessing production was slow, or they just wanted to save some money, budget cuts. This is their easy way, but that's one complaint I want to throw out there in the animation part. Any last thoughts about Solo Leveling?
You guys usually
I'm in a Fortnite.
Sorry, go.
Solo Leveling is rumored to come to Fortnite. That's all I know.
Wait, it is?
Oh.
I didn't even know that.
No way, you're lying.
It's rumored.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Nah, Solo Leveling was really
Who wants to get up right now and start flossing like Ninja? Come on, somebody do it.
Where we dropping, boys and girls? Where we dropping?
Yeah,
Dude,
literally.
I played Fortnite
There's not enough
as a
room in the
first.
void. I can't do that. No, the episode of Solo Leveling was great. I thought, yeah, there were production issues for sure. But they nailed how terrifying
the hockey was
the ant
intense.
was. And then of course you got Jinwoo aura farming at the end of the episode, man.
Yo, I was
And you
screaming
got-
during the reaction. Why is he in the rooftop? What the fuck? Like, you should be somewhere else. The fuck you doing?
The plot
And
twist
then
of the century, and
You
it was
also
so...
got our boy, the Ant King. He was out here aura farming. They were just farming aura before they went and touched each other. Whatever's gonna happen. It was really good.
Also, I gotta give props to what's her name? Cha? Is that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mommy.
Yeah, she was reminding me of like Millennia from like Elden Ring. I think I actually said it during the reaction.
Yeah,
I was like,
you
she on
said
some
that.
like, yeah, I was like, she's on like some Millennia. The way she was like, I don't know, she was just like so. I don't know, like graceful with it in that one part, which I like. I really liked. But then there was like a part before where it was like it felt like it was just a white screen, and she was just like slashing like the same shit like for like 4 or 5 times. I'm just like, okay, what the hell was that?
Yeah, where it did the exact same animation 3 times.
Yeah, that. But then like after that, there was just something they popped off. But I don't know. The second half of the episode was just way stronger as like a complete
speaking
package.
of,
I feel bad for the healer. I would say, it sucks that he already got the donut in and your head eaten. Like Bureau couldn't even wait. He just said, "Nah, hand in and eat your head to make sure you don't come back alive." Like you are.
And then was using his voice. Wasn't he using his voice too at first?
Yeah, he said, "You hold rod, hold rod." Yeah,
like I said, our boy the Ant King is just aura farming, bro. But you know,
made me realize.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say the way he was talking just reminded me of Men in Black. That when he was like the bug guy going into the fucking body of the human, he was like talking like, "Oh God, no, don't do that. That's mad creepy, bro. Come on."
But yeah, guys. Speaking of production issues, Sakamoto days. What's up?
Yeah, Crush, we heard that you love this series. You love the Assassin Brotherhood, right? This is one of your favorite seasons that you was excited for. And now sadly has ended episode 11, right, Crash?
I dropped the anime. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. After episode 9, I have no idea what happens.
Damn.
This is one of the most dog shit ass assassin animes of all time. I'm so disappointed that you guys told me. No, y'all gotta hear my shitty ass takes now. I was expecting peak ass fucking animation, and I got mid at best. Do not say it's my fault. I blame the animators. You could have gone to anybody else, and you got fucking Netflix. Shame on you for that. Second off, 11 fucking episodes, not even 13, not even 24. You gave me fucking 11 for the first season. Hell no,
There's a second one coming.
Yeah,
already.
there's a core 2, just saying. This is only part 1.
Yeah, it comes in summer.
I care.
No, but it comes in summer. It's really like soon.
You know what also comes in summer? Rent a Girlfriend, and best believe I'll be talking about that. So stay tuned for that for sure. Because Sakamoto days ain't it.
It just wasn't great. That's what I got for you.
This episode is 7.5. We have 4 bad convicts on death row that should have died and now alive. It reminded me from Baki. If anybody's seen Baki, literally some prisoners getting out, then you gotta fight them, kill them, and that's what Sakamoto has go through. I can't wait to Core 2 where they fight in the supermarket. That shit was cool.
It felt like, and I'm gonna say this as a joke, it felt like back in the day, Memory was taking something to make him sleep better. It felt like for some reason all the bad guys have a lot of that in their system, and I don't know why. Anyway,
okay.
I thought Memory gets the joke.
Wait, you're talking about melatonin?
Nothing to do with that.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Oh, shit. Anyway,
Okay.
I guess Joe chat. I guess Sakamoto days. We have no more comments.
Wait. I'm sorry. That joke was just so bad. I'm so sorry.
Exactly. It just threw me off.
Sorry, you threw. I was in the frozen state.
You're like the little flat there, like the.
Well, okay. I would only say I was one of the ones that defended, because I still do. I had a good time. I think like with some series like this, when you don't get lucky with the animation, you can just read it. You can read along with the series. It was still a good time. I think I do understand what the consensus that some panels just wasn't good in the anime, which is understandable. The Sakamoto's manga is just too good. Like the art is too good. Like the slur introduction wasn't as heated as it was in the anime. The sniping of Hisuke, like a lot of stuff just wasn't hidden, but I think it was still fun, a good time. It still like kind of brought what Sakamoto is in the beginning half, especially, right? It's a slice of life with action, but I think I have hope that for the second core it'll go more crazy with the animation for it, because there's more fights in that, because it's like right now there isn't a lot of fights, so there's no reason for them to go that crazy. But I would hope that, I guess, in the core 2, they're going to go more crazy. I know they skipped some stuff. But you could just read it. It's fine. It wasn't like a crazy thing with the whole thing that they kind of like skipped around. So I would say it was a decent adaptation. It wasn't crazy like we would have with other series, but it wasn't terrible. Like you at least got some sort of justice, you know? Like Kaiju number 8, like the designs are trash. I'm still heated about that, all right? But look, no, the manga designs are too good. How could you, bro?
I'm sorry.
The manga designs are too heated, bro.
Compared to the manga designs, I agree.
I have to agree with her as well. I have to
Okay,
agree.
okay. I thought she was talking about the manga. Okay, no, I'm sorry.
No, the anime compared to manga, the anime designs is trash. It is. We're on the same page.
I like the manga before the anime, and I actually look it up. I was like, yeah, no, okay, wait a second.
The manga's better than anime.
You're right.
At least with Sakamoto, their designs were good. Like at least they were portrayed what they were. So, anyways, you just get that kind of coin flip. You know, you get either a good design and good and decent animation, or you get good trash designs and decent and really good animation. So I'm good. You know, I'm happy with what I got. It was a good time. I'm excited for Core 2, and I'm probably gonna have to read because I only stopped until like what Core 2 is gonna go about a little bit. So I'm excited to go back to the manga. So yeah.
Same. I'm gonna go back to reading.
Yeah. I mean, the finale. Well, it's not really like a finale, but like the end of Core 1. It was a fun episode, but like overall, the first Core, I was just like, I didn't really set too high expectations because I was already kind of worried before going in. So I feel like I'm not really like disappointed. I just kind of got what I figured like how I was gonna kind of feel about it.
Got your money's worth at least.
I mean, yeah, I still enjoyed it. I think it does help though that like I've read a lot of the series, so like a lot of the content, like I feel like there's more to kind of like with the knowledge of what happens later in the series and stuff like that. Like I think the scenes like earlier kind of like hit more, or you get more appreciation for, I guess. So that helped me with this because I do like a lot of the cast in this series, and then even seeing like certain characters get introduced and some moments here they still I feel like did a pretty good job with, but it's just one of those things where like overall this is just a pretty average like production. Like it had some flashes, but I feel like this is I don't know, it's a hard series to adapt. I feel like for sure with a lot of the panels, like you would have needed like I don't know, it would have been a lot to ask for of any studio really to get
with studio right there.
Yeah, even for them though, like it would still be a very demanding, like they could pull it off, I'm sure, but like it's just one of them things like it's really hard. Yeah, it's just really hard to properly portray, and I feel like that wasn't really the case with this. And then also like they cut a lot of the stuff, like they cut certain things that would just add more characterization. I feel like that's a big deal for this series because like the characters and the action are really what make it. But you know, I'm gonna stay optimistic for the second part that maybe more resources are kind of allocated towards that because we are kind of moving more into that area where things are going to get more serious and you're dealing with actually some of the you don't have like this villain of the week type deal going on, whatever, like these random kind of occurrences. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see for part 2. I'm sure we'll talk maybe a bit more about Sakamoto when we do like the tier list or something like that. But I think actually if you want to pick up reading, if anybody listening or watching wants to pick up reading, I think it's like chapter 39 or 38 you would pick up from where Core 1 left off. So I would recommend just reading from the beginning though, to be honest.
I would recommend that as well. Go read from the beginning because I need to go back because with Sakamoto days, that means in Core 2 it will pass where I'm at because in Core 2 I'm currently on chapter 42.
50. So you're a little past where this just left off,
Sometimes the manga may be better to read than the anime. It has been shown a lot. Welcome to Japan myself. Sakamoto days is
brother, you haven't seen that. You can't say no.
Anything. You cannot say anything, sir. You have not seen ReZero. You have not seen what in Japan. Miss Elf. It's okay. No, you didn't.
Bro.
No, you didn't. But hey,
sorry, Crash. I'm so
I
sorry.
guess I'll end
with the right hot take.
I guess I'll end this section off by saying I'm no stranger to having adaptations that just make me want to cry. Like next season, which I'm gonna have an adaptation that's gonna make me just want to cry.
It'll be fine. It'll be decent, bro.
that's an adaptation that just makes me want to cry.
Which one?
Beginning after the end. It'll be okay. It'll be okay.
So
We will be there weekly.
Yeah.
No worry. We will hold
we'll
each
be
other
there
hands.
weekly to talk about how bad it is. But no, I mean, as someone who hasn't read the manga, I thought it was a very good show. I thought it was a little bit less hype than y'all hyped it up to be. So I don't know about the source material, and maybe that's why.
Yeah.
But as an anime only, I thought it was a fine show, but I get why that's disappointing to y'all. All I know is I can't get mad at a show for having a mid adaptation, because unfortunately all of the stuff I want to have good adaptations is gonna have mid or bad adaptations, and I'm crying. I'm in despair.
Yeah, so if there's any series y'all don't tell Grem to read it.
Oh yeah,
So,
don't.
Please, honestly, it's gonna get a bad adaptation.
It'll be
We
fine.
got the beginning after the end, which
It'll
I
be
love.
fine.
I caught up to this manhwa back when it was on break because something happened with the artist. Chapter
until then,
175.
Yeah.
And I caught up, and I immediately dove into the web novel, and I'm at chapter 400 or 450 of the web novel.
That's
which
insane.
is so much content after the the manhwa, and I just know that we're gonna get this anime adaptation, and it's gonna end at like chapter 175 of the manhwa, and it's gonna be so dog because they're gonna rush so much, and it's gonna make me cry anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay, next time,
exactly.
Anyway.
Beautifully said. You know what? We could end of our show
So
with
what's
our
our
top
rankings of the
ranking
week?
of the
Yeah.
week. And let's go off as usual. Vash, what's your top ranking of the week? And chat, let me tell you real quick. Let me rapid fire you what it is. Number 1 is Happy Marriage. Number 2 is I Have a Crush at Work. 9 out of 10. All these episodes right now are 9 out of 10. Is I'm Getting Married to a Girl Here in My Class. 9 out of 10. Then Dr. Stoll, Science Future. Episode 10 is at 8.7. Honey Lemon Soda fits at number 5. Of episode 10 out of 8.5 out of 10. Solo Leveling squeezes out as number 6 as episode 11, possibly the greatest alchemist of all time. Episode 11 is an 8.5, and Zenshu is an 8.4. And me be a good receptionist boss solo any motherfucking boss to clock out of time because it's Glenn's fault is 8.3 for episode 10, and Medaka is what closes out my top 10 to be In Person My Charm. And I will give a shout out to Welcome to Japan. It's been good. Even the Worthless Appraiser has been good. These are solid 8. And then after that is the daily life, the middle age online shopper. The only thing I want to say about this is episode 10 is a 7.7. And this man gotta stop fucking every woman he sees because all his other side hosts and wife wife.
He turned her down.
That is true. He did turn one. But not because by choice. Every other girl of his wife was, throwing the eyes, be like, sir, fucking sir.
His daughter,
we see you.
reason.
That is true. Also, his daughter. Questionable. I'm not gonna go too on that one.
Yeah.
Please. Daughter, stay as daughter. Don't try to do more shit. And other than that, I'm happy to say I watched 17 animes all cut up to this week compared to last week. I think I only watched 14 or 15 last week. So I'm proud. I watched better ones. My ranking was much better this week. I'm proud of it. Top 10 was looking much better than last week. I'm happy Nate did not come at me and say, oh, look, it was an ass week when you had Fruit Master Skill Guy as in your top 10. I'm like, oh, shit, my fault. So I had to make sure I watched the good ones. Don't worry, Chad. Next week, I'm going to catch up to my Apothecary Diaries, A-Rain, my Behen Neko, since we're getting close to our tier list for week 12. So don't worry, we got a lot of stuff cooking, but those were my top 10 and my honorable mentions I wanted to bring up. So Crash, what is your weekly top 10 for this week? Or if anybody has any comments on mine, that too, whichever.
It just pains me seeing honey lemon soda above really anything, but that's all I'll say.
Damn. I'm sorry.
I kind of agree this episode. I think it was more controversial than liked, but getting to my list, I don't know why I might have messed up, but I changed it real quick if my memory serves correctly. Number one I have is I'm Getting Married to a Girl Hated My Class. It was my top one, but it wasn't my favorite episode of the week. Number two is My Happy Marriage. Number three is Dr. Stone. Number four is Time to Not with Amagami Sister. That was my episode of the week. Number five is Apothecary Diaries. Number six, 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You. This was the etchy scene. Yeah, the etchy tentacle porn, but with hair. If you know, you know. Number seven was Blue Box. Number 8 is Silver Leveling, Arise from the Shadows. Number 9, I Have a Crush at Work. And number 10, Medaka Kawawi's Impervious My Charms.
All right.
Drum roll. Okay. Well, for me, my number one is ReZero, as we've talked about. Tears, bruh. Tears. I was empty. I literally watched this at work, drained. I was like, bruh, I was crying. Yeah. I was angry. I was drained at work. I was like, I chose the wrong time.
You can't be doing that to yourself at work. Come on.
Look, man, I was in my cubicle tearing up, and I had to act like normal afterwards. So imagine that. I was picking up boxes, and oh man, good time, man. My number two is Orb, as we've talked about. Me and Man God have caught up. Everything came full circle. Beautiful story. I guess I had fun binging it. I was fine with binging it. I kind of took in everything. I enjoyed Ogzy and Badeni, their story. I loved a lot of the characters' story. So for me, just having it come full circle. The author is pretty ingenious with what he did, and yeah, it was a good time. The opening AD, all that stuff was a really good time. I do wish I did keep up with it week to week, but overall, my binge was really fun. I did appreciate all the characters a lot. So anyone who hasn't seen it, definitely go watch it. Just for, if you're ever curious about anything in life or just a lot of things. It really was a beautiful message at the end of the day, and I loved how it came full circle. Really cool. 3, Medalist. 4, Zenshu, and 5, Apothecary. 6, I Have a Crush at Work. 7, Welcome to Japan. 8, I'm Getting Married to the Girl I Hate. And 9, Red Ranger. We haven't been talking about it much, but I've personally been enjoying it each time. I didn't notice that the Egyptian Ranger was a common writer. This is why I like looking at Twitter after each episode, because even with Gridman and stuff, you don't pick up on a lot of this stuff that I should have known. So like we've already seen it for a few episodes, and it made sense why hers was like kind of like Red Rangers, but not really, because common riders are Sentai, but they're a different way. They have different transformations and poses and whatnot. And yeah, that was really cool fact to learn, because I was like, man, hers really is really I just thought it was different because of the person who made it back then. But no, it's legit. Yeah, she's a common rider, so that was sick. So I love seeing the whole arc right now. That it's been really fun for me. And 6 Sakamoto days. I'm sad to see it gone. My gang, man. I love them. Yeah.
They'll be back.
And how about you, Man God Grem?
Number 1 is ReZero, of course. I mean, obviously. Number 2 is Crush at Work. I really love the romance. I'm always here for the romance. Good romance, that is. Not Medaka. Number 3, Zenshu.
Whoa, you could have said honey lemon soda, bro. Like, come on.
Oh, you're right. That's what? That's my bad. I wanna walk that back.
Why'd you do that, Nate?
We're gonna reverse that. It's gonna be I like good romance, unlike not bad ones like honey lemon poop.
Sorry, we're gonna edit that out. Anyways.
Right. Okay. And number 3 is Zenshu. Zenshu didn't get enough love. It was really good. Number 4 is Orb. Again, I think it's suffering on my rankings because of my binge. But like Neko said, she really enjoyed the binge. So just find out what works for y'all. For me, personally, binging it wasn't the right option. Number 5, Medalist, really good. Number 6, Solo Leveling. Aura farming gets me. I like to say that I'm not a shonen tard, but man, sometimes I'm a shonen tard. Number 7, Shangri-La Frontier, the boys hanging out.
I didn't catch up.
It's so funny. Shangri-La, our boy, I call him Senku. I don't know why. I still don't.
I mean, that's valid. I mean,
that's almost. Almost.
It's close.
Yeah, it's close. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, it's close. I've done it before too.
Sunraku beats a pro. Beats both pros and loses to the other amateur because of course he can't beat Pencil Gun, right? Number 8, Apothecary. I love Apothecary. I can't talk much about Apothecary on here. If you want me to do anything about Apothecary, ask our boss over here maybe. I'm reading it, so I gotta I gotta step back from discussions. The only thing I will say is, why is everyone afraid of my bug girl, bro? She's awesome. Anyway, number 9 is Medaka. Unfortunately, I don't know how the hell this made it to my top 10, but it's here. Number 10 is Guild Receptionist, and I'm giving its spot a tie with Welcome to Japan, Miss Elf, because they're both good, and I couldn't decide, and I figured they both needed to be talked about. So there you go.
Hey,
What do you got for me, Nate?
Number 1, no surprise, I got Orb. I mean,
Get in there.
I want to sit here and rave, and I want to sit here and rave and talk about the finale. Actually, the whole damn series, honestly, but I'm not going to do that. I'll save that for like the tier list or something. But the finale was absolutely incredible. I mean, the way it kind of brought everything together. One of the things I was talking about in the previous episode was like what was going on with like, were we in an alternate, timeline of sorts, or like alternate reality? But it seems like it was all just still one timeline. So the questions I had from the previous episode were kind of answered with that. But just, I don't know, this series had a huge impact on me. I feel like this is just one of the like better things I've watched in a long time. Like I already threw it into like my top 10, top 15 like of series I've ever watched. Yeah, it was just that good. I feel like just a lot of the messages in the series, a lot of the themes of it, the characters, I was just fully invested in this series all around. The like Madhouse, the staff, like they really took their time. It's not really a demanding series production wise, but I feel like just the direction and just like the music and just how a lot of the series was like put together, even like the little OP changes and ED changes. I love when series do that. So yeah, I could talk way more about it, and I'm sure I will at some other point, but the finale was great.
I love it when the small details matter to many series, like
yeah,
the opening changes and everything, like the facial
this
expression.
Is one of those
all those
series.
things are details.
Yeah,
love it.
Yeah, I love when series do that. Like the things you would think aren't important, they are. The characters you may not think are important, they are. Like this is that kind of series. So I have a really big appreciation for Orb, and I'm sure I'll talk about it more at some other point. But yeah, the finale was great. ReZero I have at number 2, Crush at Work number 3, Shangri-La I had at number 4. I actually had a blast with the episode. For like the things Grem mentioned, like Stun Raku wins against the 2 pros, but then he loses to Pencil Gon. She kind of played dirty a bit, but
dude, Jenga with skyscrapers is my favorite idea I've ever heard.
that was crazy the way they described that. But that episode was like a blast. Just like, I don't know, continuing to see more of like this new game that they're playing and just like some of the technical things of it, like, and just how like the game works, I find actually really cool. So yeah, that was a really fun episode. Solo Leveling I had number 5, Medalist number 6, Blue Box number 7, Apothecary number 8, Zenshu number 9, and then number 10, a surprise. I feel like I've never talked about this series, or I think I've talked about it
one time.
But I don't know. I don't know if I've ever had it in my top 10, or I've definitely never had it episode of the week. But this is my episode of the week.
Wow.
Tasokari Hotel, episode 11. This was another one I was mentioning earlier. I was like, shit hit the fan in this episode. It was like tense. It was a crazy episode, honestly, to say the least. I don't really want to. I don't want to spoil Neko, because I know Neko is.
Yeah, I'm 3 episodes behind.
But this episode was like, I was watching this like, damn. Like,
What's crazy? It's crazy to see
this
as number 10 for you when it's the episode of the week.
Yeah, like, because I think like I wanted to kind of show like some love to it in a way. I don't know, like.
Okay, so give some spotlight, like still good episode, but still in your ranking, like it's what shocks you the most. Yeah,
it surprised me. Yeah, because like I've been enjoying the series, but I'm not like too crazy about it. But this was an episode that like really stood out to me, like for probably the whole series. So yeah, that's why I kind of wanted to give it some love. So yeah, Tasokari Hotel was my number 10. So yeah, that's my list.
I love that. So, Chad, you already heard what we said. This is a wrap from our episode 21 of Off Da Binge. How do we feel? It was excited that this was episode 20. It was a great episode. Though we had the great debate, as critics call it, for part 3. We spoke the greatness of Solo Leveling. We heard a good 15-minute coverage of ReZero that I was zoning out during that because I don't want to be spoiled. So I just keep like goes through one ear and then goes out the other. I had a good time in this. This was such a great episode. Crash, what do you want to say? Your long ass damn intro. Go ahead.
Damn.
I do have an outro for you guys. I'm gonna try to make it very quick. For you viewers, the end of the winter season is upon us. Don't forget to catch up on the last of your anime season, and stay tuned for both our lists of the anime we plan to watch with MemoryNK, because surprise twist, we are planning our first ever tier list of what we're overall ranking on almost every anime for the winter 2025 season. And we're also going to be doing a stream of what we plan to watch for the spring 2025 season. So go stay tuned. Look, Off Da Binge is cooking, and if you're looking to eat a goddamn gourmet meal that is what is an anime to watch next season, I suggest to stay tuned for the upcoming heat coming your way. Also, I have a huge surprise announcement coming up. It's bad news for my co-hosts, great news for you guys. So stay tuned for that. And I have a little shout out here. I had to say real quick, shout out to my boy Alex. We brought up JoJo's. I didn't have a chance to talk about that real quick, but shout out to him. He put me on JoJo's. I had to finish watching it. I'm still on Stardust Crusaders Part 2. I plan to watch it. I'm going to watch it. Just, One Piece comes first, boys. I got to finish that first, and then maybe some other animes. Vash, don't worry. I didn't forget about you. And shout out, very surprisingly, to Neko Chan. I was looking at some stuff, and I want to give, if you guys can't give props to her too, because we're getting a lot of viewerships now. I don't know if it's because of her or because of Grem, because of Memory. We're seeing a lot of more viewers coming up now because of the three of you guys. But I want to start out with her because it was her that started bringing more people up. So shout out to her, give her a like, and don't forget to subscribe to us, because you guys watching us makes us get more views, makes us more relevant, and we appreciate them more than anything. We do this for you guys. We do this because we care. So keep it coming. Thank you so much for watching.
I'm gonna just keep it simple. Yeah, we're doing a what we're watching next week on either 25th, 26th, or 27th. I forget the exact date we were planning, but it's gonna be next week on MemoryNK Twitch channel. So go check that out. All the links will be down below on our Off Da Binge YouTube and our Podbean side. All the videos should be out on the audio side next week on our podcast feed.
I won't keep it short too. I'm just excited for this season end, not in a bad way. I'm just really excited for what's coming in spring.
Agreed.
Everything's like a lot of the stuff this season's coming to a close. I'm excited for how everything's going to end. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. I'm just really excited for more stuff. And of course, I'm always having a blast with these guys. It's always been fun. And yeah, just keep on watching and enjoying our little rambles about all these series that either you haven't seen or you're waiting to binge. Like some people I know that do. So yeah. And you Grem?
Read the source material for everything. It's really good. If I'm here to convert people into light novel readers. Okay, I know. Crash likes to call everything a manga, but there's a distinction. All right, the mangas are great.
This is like deja vu, bro.
Yeah.
But keep the light novels, bro. Look,
You learned.
I'm sorry.
The manga for Apothecary is great. If y'all want to do it that way, catch up. Yeah, the manga is where season 2 will end. Now, if you want to go past that, peep the light novel, because that's what I'm doing. All right, and it's a blast so far. If not, there's an issue that I've been ranting at Neko about. Anyway, Nate, what you got?
Watch Orb. That's all I got. Love y'all.
All right, y'all. Stay tuned for next week. That's all we got for you,
Stay tuned for next week's episode. Bye.
Great outro, Grem. Great.
Stay loyal, my nation. Stay loyal. Don't fall for the traps.
Reline novels.
Man, you should have skipped Nate like I did last week.
Bro.
Exactly. Like I literally just said it. End the show now. It was extra now.
I want to DM him too, but like,
No, Grem is just looking out for a boy, bro. I got skipped last week.
Yeah, you skipped him. I threw it to him.
I know. It was funny though, right?
And then they could have been like, "Hey guys, watch Orb," but guess what? The show's done. Hey guys, we see you on next week's episode, and check out the stream. Bye.
No, if Gremlin, if he would have ended it, I would have said the same thing as last time. I probably would have been like, watch Orb, I guess fuck me again, and then I would have.
We're still recording, right, guys? Thank you guys for watching Off Da Binge. Stay tuned for the next episode, which I think is 23.
Shut up. Shut up.
Oh,
Bye.
poor Grem.
It's
Bye.
over.